Hey everyone, so welcome to another stream of Pokemon Yellow. Gonna be doing some more of this, trying to get our final shiny. A little excited, a little bit nervous, because not had the absolute best luck in the world. We did get one of our shinies yesterday though, so you never know. I also went ahead and collected a bunch more fossils between yesterday and today, so now there's like a much bigger batch. It's only by 50 fossils, but it should hopefully make a much more significant impact on the chances of getting this. Hey there, Stephen, for welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. Been a little while. Alright, let's jump into the gameplay and get started. I have quite a bit on my mind. I don't know exactly how much I want to talk about and what all I want to talk about. I'll figure it out though. But yeah, I do want to talk about the Nintendo Direct, just not quite yet. So, yesterday, for anybody who wasn't keeping up, got our hands on shiny Arctozolt. That was really good. Finally, after like all the struggle. And nearly done with the main part of Pokemon Yellow, actually, so goal is, I guess, just finish today and go through the Elite Four, maybe do the legendaries. I don't know. I have a little more I want to do with it that involves like glitch stuff, but it's not really certain how much I'm going to try to keep playing this because there's not really a lot left for me to do. There's some fun stuff you can mess around with in these. There was something like, I was meaning to talk about, if I can remember. It may have just been that Nintendo Direct stuff. I don't mind, like, going straight into that, I guess. I was gonna wait, but fuck it, it's fine. So, watched the Direct. There was, like, a surprise Nintendo Direct for anybody who didn't know. It's probably not uncommon knowledge. Anybody who watches Nintendo stuff probably heard about that. It got dropped early today, like people have been hinting there'd be a Direct coming, and it was released just like I was expecting. Nobody knew for sure if it would happen, and the thing about it is I feel like it was disappointing. I might be in the minority here, but I did not really enjoy the Direct a whole lot. I felt like it was okay, but it could have been better. Been waiting on new game announcements for months and waiting on something to be hyped about, and there was not a lot of that in this Direct. It was disappointing. I wanted to see more out of it, and I wanted to see something that'd really get me invested in what Nintendo's releasing in the future, and there were actually no new first-party game announcements at all, like I watched. I don't think there was, and I've heard people claim like one of the studios' first parties that like none of them I saw I recognized anything from, and it certainly didn't look like there was any first party announcement. I was really disappointed by that. Like it was mostly just third party stuff, and like stuff that is third party that I had interest in is stuff that I either own on PC or thought about buying on PC, like. But some of the big highlights for me were like Borderlands and XCOM 2, and I already have like at least Borderlands 1. I don't know about Borderlands 2 on PC. I might still pick it up on Switch. I don't know. I have interest, but I don't know if it's going to be worth the purchase or not. It's kind of an old game. Wasn't super interested in getting BioShock. It looks good. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I don't know if I want it or not, honestly. I've been meaning to check out XCOM for a while, so I mean, I might get XCOM 2, I don't know. Let's see. There's one really big one that I will talk about in just a moment that happened in the Direct that's like worth bringing up, but I want to wait for I immediately talk about that. One of the other things, like, it caught my attention was, like, this platformer game was being shown for a while. It was something by Capcom. I don't remember what it was called. It looked very odd, to say the least, and I don't know how I feel about it. It was alright looking. It looked like it could be fairly fun. I forget what the name was. It's like some platforming game where you're underwater. Really, really odd looking. I guess it's like I guess that's a new IP attempt, maybe. It just looked really, really different, and I wasn't expecting a new IP out of Capcom, of all people, right now. I wish I could remember the name of it. It looked neat. It was like Shadow Drop today, and I kind of want to check it out, but I also don't know. I need to like look at the price of it, too. Maybe we'll look into streaming that in the relative future after I get some more free time. I don't know. There's not really a lot coming out, so yeah. I would say that it's like coronavirus probably impacted this, but I had to wonder, like, it may have impacted the day they released the Direct on, but considering, like, there was a lot of third-party stuff in this, I wonder, like, out there being all this stuff in there anyway, I wonder if they may have, like, they may have, like, not had that much to announce anyway, even despite the coronavirus problems were arising. Sounds like it had an impact on some of the stuff, but it probably didn't impact any first-party games that be presented. Maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way, but I feel like there's probably a good possibility that they just didn't have anything to talk about, and presumably they would have shown off more at E3. It was disappointing. There were like 3 big first-party announcements, I think. They weren't really new games. Notice a lot of shadow drops. They talked about Bravely Default 2. I don't have any interest in that, though. I mean, I might try the demo out just because, but I don't think I'm gonna buy it. It looks good, though. Kind of reminds me of Octopath, and I actually liked that game a lot, and I think it's based off of Bravely Default. There was that Marvel Ultimate Alliance thing. They did a new trailer for that. I didn't have any interest in it. It looked neat. I mean, it's still a weird thing they got for an exclusive on the Switch, and I don't think it's more than a timed exclusive. I might be wrong about that, but it looked interesting, I guess, but it's not something I'm going to buy anytime soon, so yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. I don't think it's going to be anything amazing or worthwhile. There's like a Fantastic Four thing, and it's like, I don't care about this, honestly. It's just, eh. In terms of, like, first-party stuff that I actually remember, they talked about how... What was the name of this? What about Xenoblade? That was the big one that caught my attention. They started with Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Really strong start, but not so much for the rest of the Direct continuing through, like... Xenoblade coming out by May 29th is kind of nice, and I'm looking forward to picking up the Definitive Edition. They had, like, a version that had, like, that art book, and apparently the UK is getting a version with more stuff in it, and I might actually look into pre-ordering that and getting it just for the sake of having it. I don't know, I think I kind of want to. I mean, I prefer to own digital, but there were a lot of goodies. Art book was, like, just the tip of the iceberg, too, and it looks really, really good, and it's like one of my favorite JRPGs, so it's like, I'm very tempted to buy it. I don't know. The new content sounds interesting, too. Being a story about Shulk and Melia, and I wonder how that's gonna turn out. I had to wonder, though, if this is gonna be good, like, because I do have the impression that maybe tacking on more content when the ending was fine as it is might be not the best idea. It might hurt the ending. I hope not. I don't know. I liked the ending originally. I won't spoil anything, but yeah, I don't think it needed an epilogue. That's just my opinion, though. I hope everybody who picks it up in the next few months ends up liking it and enjoying it. I'm sure I'll enjoy the remake as much as I did the original. I was surprised by how good it looked. Like, I was expecting them to change things and try to make it like Xenoblade 2, and thankfully they didn't look like they changed it a lot. Like, it looked like it's fairly faithful remake, which makes me happy because I wanted to have a remake that simplistic enough to understand. Just like the first game, it didn't really change anything. I felt like even though the first game might have been complex in a few areas, I got to understand it after a while, like pretty quickly. Like it's really unnecessary to redesign something that worked already. I feel like Xenoblade 2 did that, but whatever. Hold on a second, I'm looking at something. It's all... Oh, never mind, it's nothing. It's something I think the chat, I couldn't tell what it was. It's an emoji thing. I don't know what that's supposed to be, I guess. Waving. I never really cared much for those, honestly. I think give me a second before I decide on my order. I think it's... I don't remember what's coming first. I'll just put it in the same order I always do. Primate. It'll be fine. All the times I've gotten through the Elite Four here, I just keep dying over the same stupid mistake, and I hate it. It's not like it's a big deal. It's just that I can't get through Dragonite because of fucking Thunder, so... Stuck with the issue of not being able to survive the attack and finish off that last Pokemon. I bet I could get through Blue if I could make it to the fight. Oh well. How have you guys been? Hopefully doing a little better than I am. Just been not feeling amazing, feeling a little bored. Happy that I got my shiny, and happy that if I get Arctozolt today, that means we're done getting all the shinies I wanted for the most part in this game, at least right now, and I can do more later instead of worrying about it while I've got other things I want to do. I have like other games I want to play and stuff I want to prioritize, so yeah, my focus is not on playing Pokemon Shield more. Hell, I might actually end up spending my playthrough of Stadium and Yellow a little bit, depending on how things go here. I just don't know. I may not even go after the legendary Pokemon, actually. I don't know what I want to do now, because like it just depends on how far I can get to. Like if I can make it through and get my shiny before that point, then I mean, I might probably get bothered doing it unless it's necessary, but I mean, it really just depends, yeah. Or just me killing time at this point. I guess we'll see what happens, though. So, there are some other points I can talk about in the Direct. Let's see if I remember anything else before I like jump on the immediate easy topics to talk about. I remember they did a sizzle reel. I didn't really care for that too much. There was some new looking thing they showed that was, I think it was like an indie game, I'm not actually sure, something that's called like Good Job or whatever. That looked fascinating and I was interested in checking that out, but it's certainly not enough to make up for the lack of stuff that was in the Direct, so just like, I didn't really have enough interest in it, unfortunately. I thought it was good looking and I thought like I'd probably pick it up. I mean, it's just that I really do think it looks like a good deal too. Fun looking indie title. Just don't have any interest in wasting money, but I've been struggling to hold on to enough past few months to like get games I want. Hopefully things will be a little better. I mean, I don't have a cat anymore, it makes me a little sad, but spending money will be a little easier to hold on to. I won't have to buy cat litter every few weeks. I don't know if I'm going to get another, and try to get a tamer cat that's not feral instead of what I had originally, but maybe. I really do think with a more tame cat I could handle it. It's, I don't know. I could have got an adult cat and I would have been probably okay with that. I just wanted to raise a kitten, that's all. Turns out the cat that I got is so feral and wild and have been living alone for so long. Or not really alone, but along with other cats, not human interaction too much, like probably too late for it to actually adapt to people, unfortunately. That's what I got the impression of. I don't know. I am still a little depressed about that. I want to get Animal Crossing next month, and I'm not sure if I will. Like I said I was going to, and my plan is still to try and get it, but if I'm getting this Xenoblade Special Edition, well, it's kind of costly, so I don't know if I'm going to have enough money to afford it or not. I definitely want it, though. I think it looks really good, and I feel like I'd be happy to have it, but I can't really guarantee I'll be able to purchase it. Hold on a second. I'm not sure how much import fees cost either. Some of this stuff I'm not actually sure is like completely worth the deal, but I want to take a chance and buy it because I actually think this edition of Xenoblade looks really good, and it's supporting one of my favorite games, and plus these collectibles are something I'll probably like having even if I don't use them for much. Just nice to have them. Oh my fucking god. Here we go again with this problem in the game where I couldn't survive this battle. Ooh. Wait, we got Leech Seed, maybe. Okay, I'm a little bit paranoid right now. This part of the game is always difficult for me. Probably because I got here under-leveled, though, more than anything. At least I'm not getting soft-locked, though. That would be fucking miserable. There's a soft-lock like Primate if you aren't careful. I think even just Primate, I'm not really sure, but like a soft-lock where you use Rage and then the game locks you into Rage and Dugong keeps spamming and it's rest and you can't actually win. You're just stuck. Really, really not so great scenario. It's a fascinating video. I could probably look it up on easily. Like I think it's like run. I haven't run yellow version. It said. Like, I don't think the version matters, but like a look up a soft lock by Peak Osprey. I don't remember what the name of the soft lock is called. Unfortunately, really, really good and really stupid, but it's a funny video. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna try to get more stuff than I've been getting. Hopefully get some new games next month. My birthday's next month, so maybe, I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's the obvious thing I was going to talk about. I guess I should just go ahead and talk about it. So, new Smash thing, it wasn't really talked about too much. They didn't reveal who the character was, but they basically said Arms Rep for Smash. I'm interested in that and excited to see what's going to come of what they're about to show. Like, I'm really curious which fighter we're going to get, or if it's going to be like all 8 of them with like interchangeable skins like that, how they did Bowser Jr. I'm excited because I didn't think we'd get an Arms Rep. I mean, the DLC kind of gave us that option, I guess. Them having extra dev time, they were able to make an ARMS character happen, and I'm really happy they were, because I was wanting to see Springman or someone from ARMS in the game originally, and if Springman gets in, that's going to be even more hype, even though I don't know if he'd be the absolute best character to get in, but he totally makes sense, and he'd open the floodgates for a lot of other characters. Could they confirm that no assist trophies don't deconfirm whether or not it actually will be the case? I don't know. It'd be nice to see him get in. Then that means Waluigi and like every other character that got an assist trophy has at least a possibility, even if they're not going to get in. But like, I've been thinking about that. Yeah, I think Waluigi deserves a spot. Like, I do mention this on streams, but Waluigi's a good character, and a lot of people claiming he's not fleshed out. I would disagree, and I'd say he's been in enough party games as well. Like, he's had personality shown through how he plays in games and how he always acts as victory animations and losing animations. We've got plenty of his personality, and I feel like it shouldn't be needed for him to have a game so much as it should be that fine for him to get in Smash and then get a game after, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who are gonna disagree with me over this, even though it's not really a big deal. Like, I get into this argument whenever we're just like I'm talking to people with like potential Smash characters, and I don't know, I feel like it's a moot point to say like he's not got personality, he's not ever had a game, Nintendo's not giving him a chance to have a game, so what the fuck is it fair to use that against him? If he gets into Smash, there's like a better chance of him getting his own game, so there's that. I really like him as a character, and I think he'd make a good new Mario rep. Hopefully this means there might be like more focus on first-party characters. I'm not even a fan of Golden Sun, but it'd be nice to see Isaac get in. I'm sure it'd be a moment to celebrate for Golden Sun fans, since people have been wanting him for a long time. Only other character I really want in, I mean, it's not really bad, but like I'd like to see Geno get in. Geno is one of my favorite characters in the Mario RPGs. He's in Super RPG, obviously, and like one of the best support characters, or not even really support characters, the main characters you have. Like he's one of the best party members. He did a good job in being very unique addition to like the Mario cast, even though he's not been in any other games. Like he was able to be very different, very unique, and I feel like his personality probably inspired some of the creativity in future Mario RPGs. Like, I'm sad he didn't get used again. Same with Mallow. Like, there's like a cameo, and I think that's it. I hope he does get into Smash. He's one of my favorite characters. I loved Geno. He seemed like a pretty badass character too, and I'm pretty sure Sakurai even wanted him in the game. So, still good chance that I think he can get in. I think there's possibility as long as people want him in. I'm not sure if I remember. Well, actually, there is another thing before I go on to the obvious talk, but like there's that Panzer Dragoon remake thing that was talked about in the Direct. That was kind of neat looking. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up. I've never actually played it, and it looks good. I gotta say, I could probably check it out. It shadow dropped today, right? I don't know how costly it is, but I've got to worry about how much these other games I'm buying right now before I look into any other stuff that came out. Maybe I'll pick it up. I don't know. And also, let me see. I was gonna say, it looks kind of like Star Fox. I think it looks like a really good game. I've never played it, and I've heard about Panzer Dragoon's legacy, though. Yeah, I talked about the ARMS announcement thing for Smash. I'm excited about it, too, but still not super excited, and like I feel like the Direct in general was really lacking, and I wish they'd shown off more stuff than they did, and that they had actually given us another first-party game to look forward to. I mean, we got Xenoblade in like 2 months, and that's it. I mean, that's a fair thing to say, but they've had 5-ish months now to produce something, and they did a mini direct in January of like 2018, and they revealed like so much stuff, and here they've done nothing. I think them announcing like 1 or 2 first-party games would have been absolutely fine. So I mean, I would have been absolutely fine if they had showed 1 or 2 more new games. Even 1 new first-party game would have been better than nothing. I don't know about that, especially Metroid Prime. Like, I don't think Metroid Prime 4 is going to be actually getting a release this year, or maybe not even in the near future. My original thought was, hey, maybe it'll come out in 2021 or 2022, but the fact they haven't said anything about it and restarted development makes me wonder if maybe they actually just, instead of like completely restarted and decided that, or not restarted, yeah, they already restarted obviously, but they probably have like gotten nowhere and we're gonna have to wait longer than expected on something to happen, and I hope Breath of the Wild 2's this year, but I'm not counting on it. You don't know? There's no abilities in Gen 1 or 2. They don't have any abilities in Pokemon until Gen 3. And the abilities weren't properly they weren't given, like, I think, hidden abilities until Gen 5, so all my stuff should work on it, and even then, I'm not even sure if Levitate was, like, the primary ability of the Ghastly line. This is such an annoying nuisance to fight through the Elite Four in the first, well, even in any gen. I was gonna say, like, in the first few gens, but, like, usually I end up being under level when I get here. It's probably just a personal thing to be not caring and, like, being very quick to make sure I get to the end of this stuff. I have probably gotten to the end of this, like, 5 or 6 times or more, and the only thing that's holding me back at the moment is that my Blastoise was not strong enough to make it past Lance's Dragonite, because every single time I had tried to attack Lance, it ends with my fucking Blastoise getting one-shotted by Thunder. Not once have I managed to pass it. Had to fucking grind. Not even talking about how much of a pain in the ass it was to go through Victory Road. Let's see, just thinking for a second. So, the other thing to talk about that's pretty obvious is the Pokemon stuff that was shown, and I've got to be completely honest, if the trailer they'd shown, that did fucking nothing for me. They showed so little of what was in the DLC. They didn't show anything about the new legendaries. I don't think the bird trio's in the first DLC, but I'm not actually sure about that. I think it might be DLC 2. And what was it I was gonna say? So that, I don't remember. Oh yeah, all they really showed was like Cub Fu and a bunch of outfits, and they showed it like a little bit of the G-Max starter stuff, which is it's cool, but it's not really anything big. It's just it could have been a lot more than what they showed. I don't know. Come on, game! Are we really gonna do this confusion bullshit right now? I've been thinking about, actually, if I wanted to do ARMS another stream, and I actually think in the near future there's a good possibility I'll stream for that online tournament thing Nintendo's doing. Probably not going to do amazing since I haven't played it in forever, but I mean, who knows, maybe it'll end up going fairly well, actually. But I have interest in playing for that and maybe doing more. I'm not actually sure. I remember when I first came out and I was playing it, not on stream necessarily, I did play it on stream, but like before I got to really streaming it, I think I'd actually been waiting before I restarted my streaming back up, and I was mostly playing Springman and did not have the easiest time. I struggled to get all the way through and up into like higher ranks to get to rank 20, because I was wanting to get top rank, and I did eventually. I used like the sea keys, even though it was a little bit of an easy way to win matches. It was still something I feel like worked well. I remember playing, like, I think I played multiple characters like over time and played like a lot. I remember I played, what's his name again? Like a second, or I think it's the second character that came out. I can't remember his name. The guy that got added as the second DLC character. I liked him a lot. I don't remember what his name was, and I don't have any full restores. Oh boy, I'm gonna get completely fucked up, aren't I? I'll just use a revive on Pikachu for the sake of... I think Gyarados comes up the ordering first. Give me a second. I'm trying to, like, think about this carefully. Can I actually... Does it not even wake my Blastoise up? That she'd be in the battle. Sure, he's on an arms tourney. Yeah, I saw that. He was using the motion controls too. I'll be honest, I tried the motion controls, and while they feel like they're pretty good, the biggest problem I have with the motion controls is you cannot fucking control your movement well at all. It's so fucking hard to, like, just go where you want to with the motion. I would rather just use a controller. Because of the controller, I can at least control my movement. I get, at the upside with the controllers, you get, actually, the ability to, like, or see the motion, because you get the option to, like, fucking have really precise punches, but otherwise, you're fucking a sitting duck if you don't know what you're fucking doing with the motion. Yeah, Mr. Yabuki was, like, really good thing. I forgot to fucking use the Pokey Flute. That's just my luck that I'd fuck up there. There's probably, like, no chance in hell I'm gonna win this. I'm, like, really weakened. I'm not even gonna revive anything that goes down. It's just not worth it. What do I do here? Because I don't want to switch. I need Pikachu to kill Gyarados. I'll use one revive to try and pass this and, like, get through, like, the other Pokemon, but that's it. There's no way this is gonna work out. I can't remember the character I played after I picked up Springman. I know I played Springtron a little bit, but not very much. What is his name? The guy who came as the second one. Like, I think the first one was that Lola Pop clown. I forget what her name was. I think it's right, but yeah, that. And afterwards, I don't remember what he was called. The one that was, like, kind of Indian inspired, it looked like. I liked him a lot. Also, after a while, after I, like, stopped playing it and kind of retired from it, I did play Master Mummy, and that was, like, actually fun playing as him. I actually liked Master Mummy. I had, like, a really fun time using, like, the Thunderbirds alongside him. Some other stuff. Master Mummy is fucking great. I'm pretty sure it does, but I can't say with 100% certainty, because I feel like I've seen a download actually finish while I'm, like, playing a game, but I don't remember really. If you put it in sleep mode, it goes faster, though. You saying that reminds me, I fucking hate fighting DK in Smash. It's not like it's terrible, and of course I fucking die there, whatever, it's fine. Like, one of my least favorite things to deal with in Smash is then you get, like, a fucking Donkey Kong main that fucking grabs you and then fucking tries to toss you into the side of Final Destination to, like, fucking force you into an untickable hit. That's, like, really obnoxious to deal with, and a lot of DK players use fucking dumb strats like that. A lot of times I've fought them, it's just like, I'd make this match end quickly. I don't want to deal with this more than I have to. I've gotta say, though, I really feel like Master Mummy was, like, fucking amazing after I, like, got used to him. The way he could, like, shrug shit off, and, like, I think he had, like, some extra damage from some of his arms, too, just because of how big they were by comparison. Like, I think I had, like, 3 sets I remember using at the very end of the game's lifetime with him. Like, Thunderbirds is one of the easy ones to remember. I don't know what they're called, but those arms that came with Dr. Coil, the ones that had the base on them, I think they were just called, like, Base Lock or something. Those things were really, really good, and I used those a lot because they were, like, really fucking powerful. I think the other was, like, the really big arm he had by default because the damage is, like, really fucking strong, so I used that. I'm not actually sure if that was it, though. I think I probably swapped it around a bit. I was the kind of person who would, like, always go with, like, one specific type of arm, though. I preferred having the same arm and not different arm choices. I don't know why, I just liked having consistency in my choices, and felt like it worked pretty well, actually. I don't know, I felt like I'd struggle to make, like, 2 different arms work together whenever I tried to. Hang on a second. I need to see what this is, because I can't remember this. I want to know what this character I was thinking of is. The one from ARMS. I feel like I should remember this name, because I played him when he came out, and I liked this character, and I think he was really good. What the fuck? His name's not even up here when I googled it. Just wait, maybe. No, it just shows like the main cast and like a few other characters, not the ones that were. Oh, there it is. I thought for a second it wasn't showing. Masongo, that's it. It was a weird name. That's why I couldn't remember it. Yeah, that was why I couldn't. But his name is really strange. I liked Masongo a lot, though. He was fun. He had like a cool gimmick, and his arms were all really, really good. The poison things, like the blob arms, I don't know what they're called, the ones that were similar to the one that Helix had, were really, really fun to use, though. They were kind of difficult to work around, but he had like some fun arm choices that I was using, and I think the scorpions were like the best ones he had overall. I don't remember what the third one was, but wait, it was like a snake or something, I think, or no, it wasn't a snake. What was it? I don't remember. He had like something that would like really quickly punch out the poison. It was like really, really interesting. He had like that brand new poison mechanic to him. Speaking of which, I was like trying to remember like all my characters I enjoyed playing in the game, and actually that reminds me, I loved playing as Helix. He was a really weird and fun character, different from what I was expecting, but I liked him a lot, and I remember I played him so much, and oh, fucking hell! What am I supposed to do about this? I don't have any full heals. All I can do is stare at an icicle now. But yeah, I liked him. I think I didn't like his standard set either, actually. His arms were odd. Not bad, just they were really strange for an arm choice. However, like, he played so weird and differently than everybody expected. Instead of like the way you would work with him normally with like stretching him, which isn't bad, like, I've gotta say, I think the most useful way to work with them was to just go absolutely mental while you're playing the character and fucking jump around and like do the dodge animation to make him like shrink up where he's like really small, and it managed to make him like really fucking hard to hit. And when you were doing this, you could just like toss out a whole bunch of different attacks with him and make him like a complete nuisance to actually fight around. It made him really, really fun to play, but really, really hard to fight against. I remember like the trailer that initially came out, it showed him dodging against somebody's like attacks. It was showing them like basically going through an entire rush without getting hit, and I don't think anybody ever pulled that off. In fact, I don't think his thing ever worked the same. Then like nobody's ever able to pull that off out of like all the time he was released. He's probably got the ability to, but it seems like that was like very difficult to do. I think the whole jumping and shrinking his hitbox strategy was like the real way to win against him. What the fuck? I thought Freeze had a low chance of hitting. Did I get frozen again? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Fuck. What the fuck is this RNG right now? Holy shit. Might as well just revive at this point. There's no reason to bother sitting here. They're fucking stuck like that. Ugh. This round has been particularly bad. At least I don't have a lot of money to lose at the end here. Maybe I should just let her fucking win, because Freeze RNG is kind of screwing me over. Not really any point in winning at this point. But yeah, I was talking about Pokemon, so if I can go ahead and finish like I was talking about there. I want to play more ARMS. I'd probably do another stream of it, but I don't know. I felt like when I played it before on my own time, I was like a little bit tired of it because I had actually played it so much. I think I'd like gotten to the point where I didn't really get as much enjoyment out of it. It's still a good game. I just wanted, maybe I'll do like a revisit for a stream or two, but I'm not really sure. I want to do like a ton of it, but I'll definitely participate in that tourney a little bit when that's out there. I lost a lot of matches, but also did pretty decently in the game too, I feel like. Yeah. The Pokemon area I was talking about, like, I gotta say that I fucking really didn't like the way they showed off, like, what they did. Like, they didn't show, like, a whole lot in general. Like, it was just them showing Cub Fu and, like, how you could evolve it and the G-Max stuff, and I feel like they could have done so much more. Like, they could have shown some of the raids of the legendary things they talked about, or talked about any other aspects, maybe the story, since we don't know anything about it. I don't think so. I mean, we obviously have Meltan, but I'm pretty sure I can remember another one. Actually, I don't remember the names of any of them, but I'm sure there's another one. Is it a legendary? I'm thinking there's one that I saw in Sun and Moon. I haven't played Sun and Moon, but there's something called, like, Boy Pole or something that evolved. Cosmog evolves as well. And then, it's not an evolution properly because it's so weird, but Manaphy had that thing with breeding where if you bred a Manaphy, you could get a Phione, but Phione could not evolve into Manaphy. Manaphy was a weird case where it hatched out of an egg and then it bred like a completely different Pokemon that was similar to it, though. I actually looked into it out of curiosity and, like, really, like, it's really weird and really interesting how you shiny hunt for Manaphy. Apparently, like, the method that's done is you have to gather, like, a bunch of eggs together if you want the best efficiency, and you take, like, the eggs you get from Pokemon Ranger, and you transfer them to your game, but you have to trade them over to another game, because the way that it works, the game is coded to never hatch a Manaphy shiny on the same save file that it's, like, originally transferred to, so you have to trade it to some other save file and hatch them, and then if it doesn't work, you trade them over to another save file. The thing I did, like, I saw was, like, somebody suggested using an R4 cart, and they got, like, 10 eggs this way, and they did, like, a transfer where they had to do, like, 12 Pokemon, and they would, like, trade one Flame Body Pokemon and all the eggs over between the save files every time. It sounded like it was really goddamn tedious. I don't think I ever would bother with that, but it'd be interesting if I ever did. I need full restores, but I can't afford them. Fuck. Put the Primeape in the slot since I need it this way. Hopefully we'll get better luck this time. I'm not even sure that's the worst one I've ever heard about. I want to talk about other stuff too, but I'm just like this right now, because why not? I've got to say the Jirachi shiny hunt sounds really painful too. That's the one I think would be maybe the worst. Because actually, Fossil's finished. That's time to shut up and, like, check this right now. Let's just see what our results turned up, if anything. Probably nothing, though, knowing how my luck is. Got a way bigger batch that I can revive now, though. 150. Doesn't mean it'll help any. Nope, of course. Alright, let me mark this on my OBS really fast, and we'll go ahead and restart. It's the only fossil Pokemon I need now. Like, so close to having a full collection of them, and just a little bit off, and it really sucks. I want it soon. I mean, I'm happy I get most of these guys quick, but still. Alright. So, I guess I can go ahead and keep talking. I was talking about Jirachi shiny hunting, but for anybody who doesn't already know, for Jirachi, at least to get him in, like, 3rd gen, I don't think there's any other way to collect him in any other games in the first place, but you have to basically start your save file up every time you want to get a new Jirachi, because the only real way to get it is through the Wishmaker disc that came with Pokemon Coliseum as, like, a little bonus for pre-ordering, and apparently there's, like, a chance, like a small amount of, like, RNG you can eventually get shiny Jirachi. So every fucking time you want to do this, you have to start your game over, go through all of the game, and then just sit here and wait and receive Jirachi through the Jirachi gift and check it for a shiny. And if it doesn't work, you have to reset the game again, and it sounds completely awful. Like, I cannot imagine how fucking excruciating that shiny hunt must be. I think Manaphy's probably worse, though, when I really stop to think about it. But at least with Manaphy, if you're doing it like that guy suggested, you would, at minimum, I would expect you'd probably grab 5 eggs, so you'd be at least getting, like, multiple hatches done per every time you reset to a new save file. But with Jirachi, you just fucking reset. I guess on the bright side of Jirachi is you're not just getting a Jirachi if you do this. You can have opportunities at other stuff, like you can select the starters and try to shiny hunt them too. You'd have to offload them onto a new save file, but you could potentially have like a copy of the other version, well, the other version you don't have, but you could like get a Trico and then trade it over to, say you had Sapphire, trade over to Ruby, or say that for any of the starters. Then there's the matter, though, you could still get the fucking Poochyena that's uncatchable as a shiny, and that would probably be just heartbreaking. So, I don't know, I would not want to feel that, have to fucking see an uncatchable shiny on my screen just trying to get my hands on a Jirachi. I fucking hate how Game Freak, for some reason, coded in and like Pokemon that can't be caught shiny and like will actually they show up in like cutscenes as shiny, if you want to call them that. I'm not sure that's the right way, but like that Poochyena. Also, like a similar instance in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Wally's Wally's Ralt can actually be shiny. I found out like I don't know how long ago. I haven't ever seen it happen in a save file on my game, but like I found out about this, and once he catches it and you battle him, it doesn't stay shiny, it goes back to its original color, and he just uses an ordinary Ralts the rest of the playthrough. Like, it would have been maybe okay if it stayed shiny. Instead, it's gone after that. It makes it seem like he got rid of a shiny for an ordinary Ralt, which is like, what the fuck? Do we really have to see this? Like, really? I'm not sure that's the most painful thing to see, though. Like, the one thing that I gotta say is the worst is, like, a small instance I've seen, and I don't know how many games it's even possible, but I was in Black and White. I think it was at Gen 4, I'm thinking of maybe. I think it was Mincino, like the Pokemon that's literally in the presentation by Professor Juniper, will sometimes turn out to be shiny. What the fuck is the point of that? It's the fucking like introduction scene. You wouldn't even get to battle it, let alone try to catch it, so why make us like sit there and watch as a shiny that's literally unobtainable is there? I probably should have fucking used my Pikachu. I don't understand the reasoning for that. That was a really weird decision Game Freak made. Maybe it wasn't a conscious one, but like I just don't get it. What the fuck? Why would you code in a shiny there that's unobtainable? Oh well, just a little bit of a rant there. Ugh. Where was I? Talking about other stuff too. Got a little bit sidetracked, so my bad. Did I seriously not kill this thing? I thought I'd be one-shotting it for sure. Maybe I should grind some, I don't know. We'll see. If I don't get it next round, we'll try. Not having the best of luck right now. So my room's like really hot. Give me a second, I'm gonna turn my fan on because I'm actually burning up a little bit. Whew. Okay, so this is just I probably brought this up before. I want to bring this up one more time though because it's relevant at the moment. And it's about streams. It's about next week and probably the week after. I will be taking a long break for at least a week, maybe 2, because I have been needing to apartment clean and I have not done it yet, and I've got inspections in the near future, so I need to sit down and like do apartment cleaning and make my apartment look nice. So I'll be off, not able to stream for a little while. Don't know how long. I need some time to actually get everything looking nice though for that, and I will not be able to stream for like a good week or 2 because of this. I really feel like I was gonna say I really want to continue streaming, but I need to prioritize that, like cleaning up my apartment. Also, I've been really busy lately. I let Pokemon take a lot of my time out of my ordinary life, as well as my streaming schedule, and I want to take a break after I get my last shiny here and really like sit down and prioritize stuff I need to do it like in the game before I actually continue with any further streams. Just want to make sure get everything under control, that's all. It's not really anything super bad, just kind of not the best scenario to have nothing going on, so I need to like try to get a little bit more done in life, like my apartment cleaning. Like I said, it's just like I need to do this. I hope it's understandable. I can't just keep putting it off and never doing it. Keep saying I'll clean it and I haven't, and I'm gonna put my time to good use and try to make sure that happens during time I take off. Of course, it's not fucking enough. Let's try a thunder then. There we go. That's all I wanted, was to get a little more supplies. Okay, that works. Ugh. I hope things cool down so I can actually get stuff I need next month, actually, for like the apartment cleaning one. I have other stuff I want to do, and I'm gonna do some other streams, like few in between while I'm doing the break, but I'm not gonna be streaming more than like once or twice probably during this time. I'm gonna be using this time wisely. I want to take some time for the Discord though. I said I was looking to get like a thing for watching videos up on it, and I think I will, just not yet. I feel like maybe in the near future. I do need to actually get that set up though. I want to like watch videos of you guys, watch like series. I've been watching another anime, like I can't remember the name of that show. I was watching Hanabado or something like that. It's some show about racket, I think. I think it's the right term for it, but that Edge, or I think for just a second. Is that the right name? I think it is. Racquetball. But yeah, that's what I was thinking of, and I was bringing this up. I couldn't remember the name of the sport. It's pretty good, not great. Just like been looking for something interesting to watch and stumbled onto that. Okay, I need to get supplies. TM27 again. I haven't been keeping all my TMs, and actually might need to sell some of these since they're not really useful to me. Yeah, I'll sell that. Give me a second. Explosion. Okay, I'll sell these, I don't care. Hey Wayne, welcome to the stream, good to see you. This means I can also get some extra for getting some more supplies. Yeah, I actually watched the Direct, and apparently I saw that about Animal Crossing, and I heard about the update that removed the duping. Actually, I forgot about talking about that when I was talking about the Direct earlier, and I want to get Animal Crossing next month. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to or not now, because I really still want it, but I also want to put my money into getting that special edition version of Yeah, so it's a special edition version of Xenoblade, though, which means, I don't know, I'm gonna get the European version if it's not too bad, because and actually want to grab it pretty badly. It looks really good, and apparently the European version is like actually it got more stuff in it, so it's like, yeah, I want the fucking European version instead of the American version that got fucking skimped out on all the good stuff in the limited edition. The actual American version just has the art book. I'm excited though. I really want to play it, and I'm probably gonna. I might try to see if I can get it both digital and physical, so I can like still stream it day one. I don't know. I probably would want to keep it for digital anyway, and I actually like the idea of playing some of it on stream. I'm not gonna play a ton of it on stream though, because I feel like it's a major time commitment, and I don't have the ability to dedicate time to Xenoblade the way I'd like to if I tried. So yeah. See, you seen Xenoblade Limited? Yeah, it's what I'm saying is like that just got announced like today, and I actually want that because it's probably gonna sell out, I'd bet, and it's gonna be like the 1st of April when it comes out. So yeah, I'm gonna just actually focus on buying it when it's out, and if I have leftover money that I can put towards another game, I'll get it. There's other stuff that I'm interested in too. Has anybody checked the eShop for like the prices on the new stuff that's shadow dropped today? I'm actually curious about that thing that Capcom released for one. That's something I want to check out. I remember the name of it though. I still think it looks interesting. Whether or not it'll be worth it is hard to say. I feel like it's weird they made a new IP like this all of a sudden, but whatever. And then there's that Panzer Dragoon remake, and I actually kind of have interest in it. I've never played Panzer Dragoon, and it looks like Star Fox, so I have enough interest to see what it's like and see if it's worth the money. So it's like, hey, there's new stuff I can pick up if I end up having some spare money after all. Panzer Dragoon, it's $25? Wait, that's it? It's only an hour, though. Huh. That's it. That's not very long. So you got a low price point, but it's also, that's kind of a pretty small amount of content. Let me check on what, how long the beat says about this, so I can see if there's like a report of how much time you can get out of it, because it's actually... It sounds like it could be a worthwhile deal, but only if it's only 1 hour, it's like not the best deal actually. Okay, so it's about 2 hours in length, with maybe up to 4 if you stretch it out. I mean, it's kind of got a bit of a low amount of content, not extremely high according to that. I've seen people who've got like 5 hours out of it, but I'll think about it. I mean, to be frank, I would probably get more money's worth out of buying Exit the Gungeon and getting that instead, because at least with Exit the Gungeon, I'm pretty sure it's at least somewhat roguelike, meaning that there's like enough reason to keep playing it, and it's also cheaper, so it's like, yeah. Per Exit the Gungeon's like got at least 6 hours worth of content, which isn't a lot, but that's like much better content ratio than Panzer Dragoon. That's the biggest thing, is it'd be price that really dictate what I'm gonna get, because I'm gonna have to like probably buy stuff that's kind of cheap. 10 or 15. We're only like an hour or two of gameplay. Yeah, I think 15 would have been fair, and while 10's low, I feel like 10 would have been a fair price point too, even if it would have been a little on the low side. Like, they're asking for 25 for like not a lot, honestly. Actually, come to think of it, I never really thought about this too much, but how long does a playthrough of... Actually, I need to search it here, give me a second. Star Fox 64 last on average. So it's spaced out with the space in between Star and Fox. I didn't remember that. Let me see. Give me a second or two. I don't remember how long the game is, even though I've played it countless times. My typing's not going good at the moment because I'm being really sloppy. Let's try this again. 2 to 8.5 hours according to how long to beat, so that's a little different because when you factor that in, that's like got a lot of replayability, which it's probably not going to be the case with this game. It sounds like it's not as good on Panzer Dragoon. I like them to an extent. I mean, I don't play a lot of them. I played a few, but I have interest in this because it looks fascinating and reminds me of Star Fox, and I think it'll be worth looking into maybe, but I don't know. I just don't know if I want to get it or not. It looks alright, though. It's just a bit on the pricey side. Especially for how little content there is. We're playing like one other one. I think it's called like Nano Assault or something, some series like that. I played that a long time ago on like DS, and that was fun to mess around in. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Like I remember playing that and really enjoying it. But yeah, there's like not a lot of content. It's probably not worth it because I want to get something that's definitely going to be a good time and definitely going to give me good hours out of it. If I can like put in enough money for like 2 purchases next month and try to get in stuff that I would like, then I'm gonna prioritize Animal Crossing and also Xenoblade's first priority for me. I want to get the Xenoblade Special Edition, so that's my top priority. And my second priority is Animal Crossing, so I'd like to get both of those if I can, especially if I can get it and not worry about missing out on events like the Bunny Day thing. Yeah, I've seen like a lot of streams of it just checking it out, and like it looks like there's quite a bit of good stuff in Animal Crossing New Horizons, so maybe there's more than even past entries that'll make it worth playing and revisiting. Something tells me I'll probably do like a good chunk of like a stream or something. Like I'll do at least a month worth of streams of it maybe, and then after that I'll end up doing like just periodic sessions. I mean, if I get it next month, which I hope I do, we'll do quite a bit of it next month, and I don't think we'll do like too much. I'll try to do 1 session a week and try to do quite a bit though, because I'd like to make it so that I can then actually play my other stuff and finish the games I've got. I'm gonna have like other games I want to play though, so after I beat all my stuff on my schedule, maybe I'll just do Animal Crossing for a while. I might do that in May actually, outside of doing Xenoblade. It could be just Animal Crossing and Xenoblade for all I know. It'd be something I'd consider. Hey Zachary, good to see you, welcome to stream. Talked a bit about the Direct and also just about other stuff in like Animal Crossing. You guys actually missed out on some of my Direct talk earlier, but it's not really too big of a deal. Yeah, it's got a lot. I mean, it seems like they could have actually asked for more, and it probably wouldn't have been a ripoff either, considering just how much they put in the game. Like, there's like so much stuff in New Horizons, and it looks really good. The biggest worry I have was like it looked like it had a checklist, sort of like how it was in New Leaf, but I think the checklist of stuff you actually have to do to start the game is a lot smaller than it is in New Leaf, so I won't be too worried about that. That was like my biggest thing that's turned me away from New Leaf, is I did not want to do with all the shit they asked me to do before I could actually play the game. It looks like it's manageable to do all of Tom Nook's chores before they actually let you start on it. Yeah, I played Animal Crossing. I'm not a newcomer, but I mean, it's gonna be a little odd getting into it. Not bad, just like, hopefully it won't take too long to do the first day stuff. I actually read up on like a thing not too long ago, like the devs talking about the time traveling, and the devs said they're fine with it because sometimes you want to get more content out of the game, and if you don't time travel, you may not see as much, so they're okay with people time traveling to get access to like certain things in game without waiting and just getting bored of it. I don't think I'm going to be doing it a lot when I play it, though. I have a feeling the time travel will be, like, left on minimum when I play. Yeah, I've heard about Stardew being kind of crazy, and, like, sometimes it's getting to the point where it's not fun to play. I've never played it, and I'm probably not ever going to pick it up, to be honest. I just never really caught my attention enough to actually bother. The only thing about next month, which is going to be a little annoying, not a big deal, but like, I talked about this earlier, I'll be having like a week or two off where I need to be cleaning my apartment, so I need to have like a bit of time and space to get away from streams so I can actually make sure I'm cleaned up in my, here, and like make sure that I'm ready when my apartment inspection happens, so that way I'll actually not have to worry about it. I mean, I can keep cleaning it after still and even in between, but I need this time to make sure that it's nice and clean because I have put it off way too much. You play Lens? Yeah, I don't really think I'd get into it. It's apparently supposed to be similar to Harvest Moon, and I just don't really think I have enough interest in picking it up. It looks like it could be an alright time, but I don't think I'd get much out of it, frankly. It's weird, like, I'm the kind of person who really enjoys story in games, so you'd think maybe I wouldn't get the most out of Animal Crossing, and I'd probably not play it a whole lot, but actually like Animal Crossing quite a bit, and actually am happy when I play it, like, it's usually really fun, so I'd probably get a lot of time out of it. Like, I'd typically get at least a minimum of, like, a month out of Animal Crossing, so I'm sure it'll be a good value when I pick it up. Like, I always prefer to play single-player stuff, usually with the narrative. It's not like it's always the case, but, like, I never really felt like I cared when I was playing Animal Crossing for whatever reason. It's just nice and relaxing outside the death shit, which is, like, exact opposite of relaxing, but whatever. Not really a big deal. Seems like there's a lot to collect, too, because I was, like, looking at a stream, and apparently there's, like, 46 or something emotes you can get, which is, like, that's just, like, so many, like, holy shit, there's, like, so many things they did for customization. The emote thing is, like, really cool, too. There's, like, all that, like, there's all these decorations. It's, like, you just get more reason to keep turning it on and playing it. As long as you don't get bored of the grind, it can be a good time, I'm sure. I played a lot of Animal Crossing games. I think I ended up playing, like, the Wii game not too much, but from what I remember, the Wii Animal Crossing was, like, a straight-up port of the DS game and only had, like, the city as its new feature, and it wasn't really anything exciting. It was just kind of a meh DS port, and I didn't really care about it too much because of that. Like, I played it some and just gave up on it after a while, so that just didn't really happen to go on for too long. I played Wild World so much, though, and got so much time out of Wild World. Legitimately really enjoyed playing that. Yeah, I'm aware of that, thankfully. I know what I'm getting into with Animal Crossing, but, like, ooh. I'll be probably getting a good chunk of fun out of it before I have to worry about anything, though. Shame there's, like, not a lot of new stuff to talk about. There seems to be, like, a good amount of, like, stuff to play at the moment, though, even though it's not Nintendo stuff, just, like, games in general. Like, there's also, like, Doom Eternal, Half-Life Alyx, even though that's kind of pricey since it requires a VR to get, but there's a lot to play right now. I don't know, actually. I've thought about it a little bit. It's like a lot of different names that I could think about. The 10 character limit makes it a little harder, though. I haven't really figured out what I want to call it yet. Hold on a second. Okay, I think we're all good. Yeah, I'm bad at names typically, so that's the biggest problem I have. I could do like a throwback, though. There's that Yoster Owl from Mario RPG. That'd be a fun name just for the sake of, like, actually referencing that. Actually, that would have been a really good name, even though it's like, it wouldn't fit. Actually, I just not thought about that. Yoshi's Island, make a full-on reference to the game, like, that would be a good one, even though it's obviously not able to get Yoshi's, but that would be easy throwback. Unfortunately, with the character limit, that's not possible. Oh well. God, I have so much catching up to do when I pick it up. Like, they have, like, a lot of in-game stuff I haven't seen. There's, like, well, I should say a lot of it, like, that I won't get to see now, and, of course, I fucking have to have it switch on me, whatever. But, yeah, fucking, I've watched and saw, like, so much already. There's, like, new events going on every day with, like, Tom Nook getting you to build shit, or unlocking more stuff with, like, terraforming, and Sahara, the traders like Joanne, these kind of things, with all the stuff going on, and also the island part of the game, which is like the whole big feature that I'm really, really interested in. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not really... And I'm probably going to want to see a lot of it myself. I don't really care too much about spoilers for Animal Crossing, but I also do want to go into it and know as much as I can. Nice. I've seen a lot of people who've just done, like, stuff like, doing shit like where there's, like, a thing you can do where you can, like, get spiders out by, like, clearing out trees and cause them to, like, show up more, I think, and, like, a lot of people use that to get the tarantulas to show up. I've been reading up on it, like, apparently there's, like, a lot of good stuff to know, like, to actually, like, what's it I'm thinking of? Oh, the golden spots are back, I think. I don't even know if those were gone, actually, but I remember only hearing about them in the GameCube game, and also to plant the fruit you get, but I already knew about that, because, like, fruit in Animal Crossing, it's for and always sells for, like, a ton of money. There's, like, a ton of stuff to do, honestly. Let me think for just a second or two. Oh yeah, I didn't even think to ask about it, because I had forgotten for a while, but nobody's talked about the golden stuff too much. Are they still in the game, like the golden shovel and slingshot and all that stuff? I would assume they're still there, but I've not seen anybody unlock them yet, as far as I can tell. I would assume there's like a way to unlock all that stuff. I think, like, a thing in the original was, like, you buried your shovel to get a golden shovel. I mean, I guess if you get, like, a shovel that's actually, like, a sturdy shovel or something that's, like, an upgrade to your current flimsy shovel, you can use that for that. I don't know how that works, though. I know they all have, like, really, really weird unlock methods. That's why the best way to get it is to just look it up and see what the unlock says. A second. What the hell, Dream Eater? I'm not asleep yet, but okay. You haven't played a lot of DC for this? Laying. Playing. Did I see a lot? Yeah, I played it only a little while. It's like, I've never really got super knowledgeable about it. I got, like, somewhat knowledgeable, but, like, I didn't even know about the Money Rock thing until years later. Like, I wish I found out about some of that stuff. Like, it's crazy how much progress people can make in the game. Like, I remember watching somebody who paid off their, like, entire first house debt within, like, a day of playing it, which I don't know if I'll be able to do that. You can pay off the tent pretty easy. That's not that hard to do in the first place, and I don't think you can actually get far with first day funds to pay for your house, but still. I was never able to, like, figure out a min-max like that in Animal Crossing. Also, it sounds like the game keeps adding on more debts to pay for, and there's, like, no end to how much shit that you have to, like, pay off. It sounds like it's like if you keep upgrading, you just have to pay more and more. Apparently, Tom Nook, if you ask him to terraform, he charges you a lot of bells for it. I can't wait until I get it. Like, it's one of the things I'm looking forward to. It's not, like, I haven't had a chance to play it, obviously, but, like, the terraforming is such a neat feature to add to the game, and it looks like it would be really good, because it's, like, customize your town how you want it to be really, really nice looking, and I think I'm going to enjoy that part of the game quite a bit, just, like, going around and terraforming shit how I want it to be, and hopefully being able to get a lot done because of that. Alright, here we go. Let me see. Give me a second. Oh, we got here again. I never make it far enough to actually win, though. Always about there being problems in this game. Hold on a second. Switching this up. Fingers are cramping. God damn it. I'm not sure what to say right now because I'm like actually in the mood to like stop playing Pokemon, yet I can't because I want to get this shiny already, and I want to be able to finish Sword and Shield after today if I can get it, hopefully. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow or not. I probably will, and just I guess after that I might take a day to myself. I don't know. I need to get this done, though. Maybe I'll keep going until I get it. I'm actually thinking about how I want to do this, and I think I'm going to go and, like, beat the last 2 gyms, and then after I do take my break and actually go for doing the last part after I get my week or 2 off. Let's see. Thing I like is like, it's better than you leave. Thing looking better than now. Yeah, that's something I never really thought about too much. They'd like really low quality models comparatively. Like, I guess it's not too hard to see, like, considering how it's been on systems that have not had access to HD or anything. GameCube didn't look too bad, it wasn't perfect, and I remember DS did not look amazing because it's like DS hardware, but there's a lot of stuff and it looks really, really nice, and the new villagers are really good looking so far, I gotta say. I don't know how many are like brand new, but there's quite a lot of them. Managed to make like a really good use of the Switch's hardware. Kinda sucks that we didn't get to see what would have happened if it came out on Wii U, but I mean, it might have not been as good if they did. Hey Zachary, welcome back. Good to see you. Just keeping on with the Pokemon stuff and just talking about whatever, like Animal Crossing. From the area. Hey, crafting and brave ones because they want to not get bored. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Gives you, like, another thing to do, your axe or your shovel breaks or whatever, you go and create your tool again and get a little bit extra to do than just stop playing it, so gives you reason to keep playing it to like keep your stuff going, and gives you a lot of things you can focus on. This is done when the game was on the bottom at the top. Yeah, I never really noticed that with like a lot of games. I think I wasn't paying attention. I think that was like a difference in how they handled it on 3DS. 3DS is such a weird system. It wasn't bad. I guess they made it because they wanted to like capitalize on the DS's success, but the touchscreen on the 3DS felt like it got underutilized. It was utilized some, but it was like always really minimal usage. Like, I remember very clearly, out of all the stuff I played on 3DS, most of the games were just games that would have you just use the top screen and like use the buttons to play, and you didn't have to use the lower half of the console at all. You could just like ignore it. Like, so many games, especially in the early part of it, was like that. Oh yeah, I know about that. I've heard exactly what you're talking about. How fucking there's a system in place in Animal Crossing where fucking every time somebody goes into your or goes onto your island, you have to wait on that stupid cutscene to play, and it happens for every person that shows up. So you have 7 people coming to your island, you have to sit there and wait through it 7 times in a row, just like, oh god, why? Oh my god, I might actually win this, maybe. He didn't hit me this time. I actually beat Lance, finally, holy fuck. And now we're about to go fight against Blue. Oh shit. I don't want to really go back in here again, even though I feel like I'm gonna have to, but like... I would like to be done with Blue the first time I fight him. I forget, is this scripted or do they immediately force you along, or can I heal first? Okay, shit, I don't know how I'm gonna handle this. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. We're at the big climax where everything's really important. We've got one more hyper potion, too. We might as well revive everybody, though. I'm gonna give my hyper potion to my Blastoise since he's got the highest level. There we go. You did a local multiplayer? That's interesting. You did play local? Interesting. Hope it was good. Like, I don't know how the local in the game compares to the main online. Let's see. Number 7 people, but they timed start to finish around 21 minutes. That is crazy. Like, holy shit. Like, I don't know why this was a thing. I know it's like a loading screen masking thing they did, but I feel like they could have just fucking let us deal with the fucking problems of actually... They just, like, let us... Shit, I didn't think Pikachu's the start of my party here. But yeah, like sitting there waiting on all these people is like a ridiculous thing, like, interrupting the gameplay like that. You can't just play it while you're waiting. It's really dumb, and I feel like they should have found a workaround for it, even if it did make the game a little ugly to have to load for a little bit. Like, honestly, I gotta be, like, real. I feel like Nintendo Switch Online has been kind of a joke. Like, they do not handle things as well as they could. It takes fucking forever to get anything done with it, and now we got another game that's not, well, like, bad. Like, the fucking loading in Animal Crossing is fucking ridiculous how long it takes. That's really stupid, honestly, and kind of hurts the online online multiplayer because of that. Like, nobody wants to sit and wait through all that shit. Like, why would you ever want to wait like 20 minutes for all these people to connect? It sounds like it'd be fucking torturous. Wait, no, local is stupid. Oh, you're saying it's really GIMP. Okay, yeah, I feel like I could see that. The local probably hasn't got as much attention as the online, I bet. Oh my fucking god, how the fuck am I supposed to kill it if it's like that fast, fucking destroying me before I can attack it? Okay, I'm gonna shut the hell up because my only thing I can do here is like actually focus, and I'm on a attempt where I do not have an easy win because I have like no healing items. I'm just gonna fucking play the battle out and be silent because I need my concentration right now. I hate you, Alakazam! I have to check. I'm gonna have to check on what his team was in Red and Blue. Like, I know it's like completely based on what your Pokemon was, but I'm actually like curious thinking about it. Like if this was the same as it is here, if they changed it because of like how the game was structured. Because I feel like I don't remember if there was a Psychic type in Gary's team originally or not. Because they could have totally added Alakazam just because they knew people thought it was overpowered. Oh my fucking god, I'm getting fucking wiped right now. They're streaming Zogan at 20 minutes. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's like really fucking ridiculous that they haven't done anything about that. Are we in terms of killing it? I can at least attack it. Damn, that's actually a pretty good crit. I'm gonna do my best to take it out. The question here is, do I throw the max revive out? Okay, I got another batch of fossils going. I just need to get checked on these now that I've done that. Give me a second or two. Nothing. I was hoping we could get another fossil Pokemon relatively fast and get it without having to deal with, like, waiting on this, but whatever. Where are we at? 1022 or something? Let me do the... No, that'd be just a 50. That's like 100... 1100, I think. Let me add this, though. Okay, we're at 1122. Interesting. That's a lot of fossils. Okay, let's reset the game again for the billionth time in a row. This is why the fossils are annoying, not hard to hunt. Ugh. Let me see. One hand, they did something right. And you best in the game, you actually text them in game through phone. That's cool. Oh yeah, I know about the text chat. That's actually something I heard about. Like, that's probably a nice feature since it can make your messaging a little bit quicker. Although I don't know if it'd help or not for me since I suck at typing on phone keyboards. I'm not terrible with it, but I'm not very good at it either. So it's a nice little extra feature, but I would probably not get much use out of it because I suck. I always make like typos, and I'm better with the real keyboard because I can actually watch my typing very carefully. Okay, let me finish doing this really quick. By the way, I actually didn't remember to ask about it, and something I just wanted to ask anyway because I should have did. I just forgot. Like, are the competitions still in the game? Like the flower competition and the fishing competition? Those are like some of my favorite events in the actual game. You could do like a flower garden or do bug catching or whatever. Those were always fun to do, and if those are gone from the game, I would be like really upset. Oh, thank God. That's like one of my favorite parts of Animal Crossing. I'm glad they didn't take it out. That would have been like kind of depressing because that was like one of my favorite things to do. I was always that villager when I was playing in like Wild World or City Folk. I would always be the guy when I was playing in the flower competition. I'd fucking walk up and take the flowers off of people's yards and put them in my yard and use them on the competition. It kind of felt like cheating, but I mean, it's not really a big deal. Like, I'm sure a lot of people did that. I don't think there's a more, like, terrifying feeling in Animal Crossing, though, than when you're playing and then you're doing, like, the fishing competition, and out of nowhere, somebody, like, enters, like, a fish that's, like, slightly bigger than yours the last second, and all you can do is, like, quickly rush to the shore and pray that you get something big enough to actually outdo them. It's like, that feels like such a dick move from the game, but I also love it. I don't mind at all. There's a lot of things about Animal Crossing I really, really like, and since I didn't play New Leaf properly and I wanted to, and I didn't want to go through the patience of actually doing like all the stuff the game was asking me to get into the main game. I'm sure I'm going to get more time for New Horizons and really enjoy it. Do they like expand how many like fossils and whatnot, or like expand the fishing pools and, as well as like And just the collectibles in general, I would expect that they've added like new fish and something. Like, I'm curious how long it takes to like fill out the museum. That's probably gonna be one of the things that'll keep me playing it a long time, is like collecting bugs and collecting fish and donating them to the museum. The only downside to that is when you donate, you don't get to have the pleasure of getting to actually sell them off for some extra cash. So, install season in the game. Yeah, that's understandable. I would assume there's probably new stuff, but I don't know. Are you fucking serious right now? Fucking full restore? You haven't cheated. Yeah, I can totally understand that. I probably won't try to too much. I'm seeing some people do it so they can like get frog. If it like somebody was doing it so they could go after like a person who would buy the tarantulas, so they were like changing their date to get them to show up so that they get like extra money for all the tarantulas they sold. Anybody know if there's like a thing that shows how many times you can upgrade yet? I'm actually curious about that. I mean, if it's not, that's not really a big deal, and I won't mind if there's no info on it, but it'd be nice to have like a solid number on how many times you can upgrade your house and how many times you can like do like certain projects, like upgrade the stores. No info on that. That's not too surprising. It's probably still new on it. I think like one of the last ones I heard about was like 500,000, nearly 600,000 bells, so I would assume that's the last house upgrade. I never liked how you had to have people visit your village in order to get like the ultimate Nook store. It wasn't a big problem, but I remember I upgraded it fairly well when it was me upgrading in Wild World, and I couldn't get the last store upgrade because I just didn't have anybody to play the local, or like even I think there's online in Wild World, I don't remember, but I couldn't get anybody to come play it with me, so I didn't have a way to upgrade to the last bit of the. So yeah, then anybody I could upgrade the store with, so I was just stuck without a way to deal with the problem. Oh, come on! I'm like so close to being able to get through this team, and the problem now is that I can't fucking get enough kills out because this stupid Alakazam ruined everything. Oh shit. Okay, I need to get Pikachu up on his feet. I have more than a turn. This may be the 10th blue fight I've ever done in Pokemon. Like, I've played Red and Blue several times, and Fire Red, Leaf Green was pretty tense too, but like, I'm on my first attempt of this playthrough, and I'm close to winning, but I'm not close enough, and I'm gonna die, aren't I? Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. I just needed to have more money for healing and reviving, and I didn't have enough. Let me see. Like, the Island looks... Plays the fact biggest thing now is items can be placed anywhere. That's the place and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. I didn't know about that, but I remember hearing about some of this stuff. Like, I remember they said you could place stuff outdoors. I don't think that was a thing before, but that's really cool. Yeah, I think I read about that where you said the debt could go pretty high. Could keep buying upgrades for your house. It's a lot. Jesus. What was the objective you had to do to upgrade Nook's Cranny again? I think you keep buying stuff until it's like say like certain amount of bell spent or something, I think was the goal you had to do, and then once you get enough spent, then store upgrades. I think that's how you did it. I wonder if they added extra store upgrades. Oh yeah, Tom Nook's fucking really greedy. Says a lot about his character since he fucking gives you a quote-unquote island vacation, and then he fucking forces you to live in a tent when you come to the island. Yeah, that's like, you really couldn't accommodate the player more than that. You just want to fucking take our money that badly that you can't fucking give us an actual decent package for the island vacation, even though we paid for it. That's like, god damn it. So, I'm not trying to talk all about Animal Crossing. I do enjoy these topics. Is it possible to get KK Slider to come to your island at all? I know his songs are in the game, but the only thing I remember seeing about KK was that you could, like, request him on, like, a jukebox next to, like, or not on a jukebox, it's like a mail or something, I think. You could, like, request him come to the island, and apparently you can get his CDs for his music, but I was wondering if you can actually get him to come to your island. If not, that's kind of a weird system to not have the option to see KK Slider in person. I don't remember if KK Slider had, like, collectible music you could get in other games or not, though. That was something that I enjoyed, was like going to, like, the bar and listening to his music. I'm gonna be kind of sad if you can't request anything from him in this game and you're forced to do the CDs, even if it's not bad. Just like I enjoyed doing that every Sunday, just going down to listen to the songs. Apparently there's, like, a lot that's been data mined out of the game. Like, Tormor Island was found in the files, and I think there was something about Mr. Resetti. They had, like, quite a few different characters that were well known that were, like, data mined out of the game files, where you can, like, actually go and get quite... there are, like, quite a few events that didn't make it into the game, even though it's not really a big deal, because they'll probably get re-added, but yeah. Let me see. Nook's Craning used to sell items with stores closed. 80% to use the bot said Suns directly. Yeah, I've heard about that, actually. Ooh. If that's the case, then I would assume you can't actually get him to show up to your island if it's only giving you radio stuff, but I don't know. That's kind of lame if not. It's not a big deal, but it's like KK Slider is one of the more fun parts of Animal Crossing, and I always enjoyed seeing his performances. Actually, I just realized, and I didn't even think about it, like, this is... I've been meaning to ask it, I guess I didn't remember this in the first place until now, but is Red in the game? Because I remember him very well, and I haven't seen him in anybody's footage. I remember how you could go to him and buy stuff, and you could basically have him take certain items off your hand for high price, and he'd sell you paintings, but you had the chance of him selling you a forgery. I haven't saw, like, any paintings or anything from Red in, like, any of the streams I've watched of New Horizons, though. I never really liked Red very much, but I mean, it'd be surprising to see a staple character just get cut out, even if he is a known scammer in the universe, like, scams the shit out of you. Oh yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying, like, these are, like, pretty normal features. Like, there's a lot of characters that I remember, like, in the game, and I don't think they're there, like the Psychic, that Katrina girl, and also there was Red, like I said, just all sorts of events that happened in there. Despacito has 6.6 billion views. That's a lot. Holy shit. That's a shame. I can understand the villagers, but I'm surprised they got rid of some of the other stuff. I'm not surprised that Red's gone. I'm pretty sure if they wanted to, like, spin it, they could easily just be like, oh yeah, we didn't invite Red back to the village because he's a scammer, or not the village, invite Red to the island because he's a known scammer and he takes everyone's stuff and runs away with it. Oop, actually, I need to switch my party up. I'm genuinely curious. I'm just gonna do, like, a really quick search and see what the game, and, like, Google says about KK Slider, because I don't care. It's not gonna impact my decision on the game, but I would love to get that event in my game if he's actually possible to get as a villager. Or not a villager, I mean, well, it'd be kind of cool to see that, but I mean, I want to see him in the game, see if you can actually get him to show up in your island. One second. Oh, actually, yeah, looking it up, there is a thing to do it. It seems like it's very involved, and for anybody who's actually playing the game, probably involves spoilers, so I'm not going to say anything more about it. It looks like it's probably a late game thing, more than likely. I guess so. You know why they took so long with Animal Crossing, even though it's hard to say if this is what was being worked on for Wii U, but like, there's like a shit ton of content in this game, like this new Animal Crossing, and it seems to be a lot of stuff. Like, they introduced all these new villagers and new features, and I'm guessing this is why that it's like took them as long as it did to make it, and they probably canceled it on Wii because they saw it wasn't succeeding, and they just put their efforts toward the Switch version. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people don't time travel. There's some people who do, but I assume you have to do like a lot of projects for your village, and then after time you can probably get KK to show up on your island for music. I might actually end up doing it, even though I don't want to necessarily do time travel. Like, I know that I'm going to be playing it less than other people do, because my priorities for games is that I focus on stuff that I want to beat, and like single player stuff primarily, so it'll be mostly me doing that, and then putting in time towards getting stuff done in the game when I can, and if that's the case, I may not get to experience a lot, so I mean, even though I don't want to, I might time travel some for the sake of getting to see events in the game without having to, like, take away time from other games. That way I can actually see more of it. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to invest in it time-wise, and I want to invest quite a bit. That's awesome. That hourly music here in St. Luke for 7 gets old fast. Ooh, yeah, that does sound like that wouldn't be fun. Probably gonna do... They try to get... Excuse me a second. I didn't have any time to mute my microphone because it quit. I couldn't fucking reach the button in time. God damn it. Probably one of the more annoying things to deal with as a streamer is trying to mute the microphone when you feel a sneeze. Whatever, though. Ugh, sorry about that. But yeah, I can imagine. It seems like it takes a while to get done with even, like, the first day stuff. There's a lot the game asks you to do. You've had to mute the game before? That's interesting, a little surprising. I'm actually surprised at the problem. I thought the game had music where it changed every hour, although it may not be the same in New Horizons. Like, I thought there was supposed to be a different song that played every hour or so. Presumably the music would have gotten more and more different stuff that you can listen to. You have to unlock it? How long does it take to get the music that happens per hour? Like, that's a pretty big thing to hide behind the time gate. Hopefully it's like first 2 to 3 days you get the option to get it. Oh my fucking god. Yeah. Something tells me the first few sessions may not be the longest in the world. I'll play a lot, but like... I'm gonna make it my priority to get the different music as fast as I can in the game. The one thing I could say, like, I remember from Animal Crossing that I don't really love is how you end up not playing for a while, you have to hear your villagers, like, disappointed in you, or, like, asking where you're at and, like, acting like you've given them the cold shoulder because you didn't play the game in a long time, and I never really liked that. It's like you leave it and stop playing for, like, a month, and then all the villagers remember that, and it's like, it feels like nobody likes you when you play it again like that. That's like the biggest thing I'd be afraid of playing it, is like not wanting to actually leave and then come back to a bunch of villagers who aren't happy to see me anymore. Huh. I thought I remembered that being a thing in the DS version, which is the one I first played. Like, I'm glad they changed it a little bit, but like, I remember villagers would kind of hold it against you when you actually leave for so long. It's like, I just wanted to play the game. Do I really have to be berated because I wanted to take a break from it? I mean, it's an alright feature, but it's still not exactly great coming back and then, oh, everybody hates you because you were gone for so long. You know, I will say, like, out of features I didn't like, I can say Resetti is absolutely something I'm not glad they got rid of. I'm glad they got rid of, excuse me. Like, he just griped at you a lot, and frankly, he was, like, really quick to yell at the player, and, like, I've heard people were, like, upset enough to cause, like, people to cry about his ranting, and, like, I heard little kids talk about how like their siblings or their kids would get upset because they had Resetti yelling at them, so I'm sure there's a good reason they took it out of the game. To be honest, it was never fun, like, coming online, coming on after you reset for whatever reason, or if you even didn't have to and you did it happened unintentionally, and then next thing you know, Resetti's on your ass. It's like even worse dealing with it when you know your battery's like low and you just want to get shit done. That happens a lot in games. It's like, do I really have to take Resetti's abuse because I'm had a low battery? Like, really? I think that might be one of the only games that I can think of that actually remembers when you reset, like it has a trigger for it. Wouldn't be surprised if, like, eventually in the game you can do something like I've heard in New Leaf, you can actually progress in the game and unlock Resetti and bring him back. I wouldn't be surprised that's in New Horizons as well, but even if it's not, I wouldn't be upset about it. I swear it sounds like that character they showed in that direct, like the one that was doing the rescues, it sounds a lot like Resetti. Speaking of, like, Animal Crossing stuff and Resetti, like, I remember how in Brawl, I don't know if it's still a thing, I think it has changed, I think it might have been Smash 4, but, like, one of the assist trophies was Mr. Resetti, and when you picked it up, he'd fucking start ranting at you. That was, like, one of the most awfully annoying things to deal with in terms of, like, the assist trophies. Maybe even more annoying than an Animal Crossing, because it actually fucking continually takes up the screen space and, like, makes it hard to see around it. It's really annoying. I remember that, though. Just hear his voice. That's particular. I wonder why they didn't actually model him where you could see him in the game. Not like he's a bad character, he's just really, really not fun to have to listen to him yell at you. Blastoise, maybe. Gonna use a revive here, might as well. Why did I have a feeling this is gonna happen? I was hoping maybe I could get through this and get myself through the game and finish beating the Elite Four relatively quickly. I thought about grinding off stream, but I've been playing this whole thing on stream and doing things, so I figured it'd be best to just do the whole experience like this. And where you had to delete your villagers, feel guilty about it. That's kind of something. I'm not surprised they did. I know about Isabelle kicking villagers out in this game. They didn't want people doing it. I'm surprised they even made it a feature in the first place. Okay, I see how this is gonna go. I can't reliably switch in without problem. I still remember how they did that with New Leaf, even though it was a late feature. They had that, like, Splatoon thing where they had, like, a few Splatoon-based characters. One was that octopus who would kick people out of your village for you. That was an interesting change to see made in the game. Oh, goody, we don't have to worry about getting hit here. Come on. I don't know. I do want to play it. It's a shame I couldn't pick it up when I wanted to, though. Shit, it's really fucking hot in my room. Didn't think it'd be this bad. I'm gonna, like, take a single moment to go get a drink of water, actually, and turn down the AC where it's a little bit cooler in my apartment. I'll be back in a second. I might put the BRB up, because I don't think I'll need that long. Back in a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. Took a second. Give me one moment. Just getting my headphones in. You guys ever seen that Animal Crossing movie? I talked about it on stream before, actually. Was meaning to talk about how I wanted to watch that. I watched a little bit of it, but actually wanted to see, wanted to see that again. I was going to show it on the Discord, and I'd actually be looking forward to actually going and seeing it again. It's a thing that came out a long time ago. I think it came out when the DS or GameCube games were out. Like so, you know, it's a really good little animated movie, and it's really cute. Divided into, like, 2 parts. I like it a lot. Yeah, there's a movie of it. It's not super long. It's still kind of long, though. What is this? Elsie Turner and Rabbids 2. Martian Direct. There's some new info on Fall 2 and Metroid Prime 4. What? Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm guessing that was like a copy-paste somebody made or something, but like, that definitely didn't turn out to be true, because we just watched it today, and that direct was a disappointment. I'm not super surprised that it was, because probably delayed some shit from COVID-19, but I have to wonder, because surely they had other stuff in planning before that. This year does not look like it's going to be a fun year for first-party games. They don't give us some more games to talk about, because, like, all we have to go off of is Xenoblade in May, and then DLC for Smash and Pokemon. I mean, I want new games really badly. Kind of hopeful that maybe we'll get to get some more stuff revealed by the time June rolls around, though. Be plenty to play, at least. I'm not too sure what to do here, because I did not need to jump into a Gyarados like this. Yeah, you're right about that. All it did show was, like, some third-party stuff, and maybe new third-party stuff. Even that, most of those already just known about, though. There were, like, very few shadow drops that weren't really... None of them were really too interesting, to say the least. I've got to say, I really, really hope that if they do a thing for June, that they actually manage to make sure they've got like an actual decent showing and not what they showed this time. Heard people go about, oh, it's a Direct Mini, like, what do you expect? But it's like, Nintendo's had Direct Minis before that were less boring than that, like the January 2018 one, and I'm pretty sure there was another one that I'm forgetting about, and was more entertaining and interesting than the one we had today, which is not the best, honestly. That's fine, I mean, I get that. I can understand people are satisfied with Animal Crossing, but I feel like I still want to see new games, and just having Animal Crossing isn't really enough. I want to see more, honestly. I hope they're holding back their big shot announcements for the later half of the year, and there's going to be like quite a lot coming through July to December, but I'm not really expecting much. I'm surprised there's not any news on like most of their titles you don't know about much, though. You would think they would have at least given us an update on some of the stuff they had announced, even if they didn't want to talk about much. Like, another trailer of Breath of the Wild 2 wouldn't have hurt, even if it was like just a little bit. Or giving us like a sneak peek at Prime 4, but I mean, if they didn't have it ready for several years, it wouldn't have been good to show us a trailer that wasn't indicative of how much progress they made. Like, Bayonetta 3, that stuff would be good right about now, but I'm sure that coronavirus has probably got something to do with this. They did mention the coronavirus, like, right at the beginning of the Direct, how they had not all dates were final because of the coronavirus. I hope they don't delay Xenoblade, at least. Xenoblade looks good. Then again, it is a remake, so it's kind of hard to mess up there. Still. Oh no, we've got no full heals to take care of Blastoise. Full restores. I don't know, this is gonna be a dry year if we don't get more game announcements soon, though. On the other hand, it's not terrible, because there's like other stuff that's not from Nintendo that's been announced. Like, actually, I remember reading up on some stuff from Valve after Half-Life Alyx came out, and there was like a thing from Valve talking about how they did not want this to be their only Half-Life game they made in a long time, and they actually had plans to continue and make more entries in Half-Life now. Hopefully that ends up being true and not just a PR statement to keep people from losing interest. Like, it looks good, and I've heard it's really good, and it makes me want to get a Valve Index, but it's like really pricey. Apparently it's like a full-fledged game and not just a short game either. Like, I've heard Half-Life Alyx is like, say, 16 hours or something in terms of gameplay, which is pretty beefy too for a VR game. Hopefully, like, there'll be a sale on the Index at some point, although I don't know if I can get it at any time soon either way. I want to get it, though. There's a lot. Something tells me there's going to be, like, more and more ambitious VR games after that. I guess we know what the hell Valve was doing for the longest time now, is they're making, like, not a lot of games. Now they've put out a new Half-Life game, and everybody's in agreement that it's really good. It's so weird seeing this and saying it too, like, after so long, I think a lot of people had just given up on Half-Life, myself included, and, like, expected it to just never get another entry, and now, not only are they making one, they made one with VR to, like, push the boundaries of what they could do with it even more so, and it looks really good. Speaking of, like, VR, I actually thought about picking up that Labo thing, but I don't think I'm ever going to, at least not anytime soon, unless I can get it, like, really cheap. It looks alright. That was, like, last year, I guess, but I don't want to pick that up anytime soon. It looks kind of cheap, honestly. Fucking hold it up to your face to use the VR, and doesn't really look like it's proper. I'm surprised they updated their stuff with it, though. Like, how you can play Breath of the Wild in VR, and you can also play a little bit of Odyssey in it. Outside of, like, Animal Crossing talk, it feels like there's not a lot to talk about from Nintendo, though. I hope we don't end up seeing, like, a lot of studios, like, afraid to bring up their games now after the coronavirus, because I could totally see that being a problem, that nobody wants to release anything or wants to talk about anything, and while I think it's fine to take precautions and want to make sure that don't end up getting your employees sick or causing this to get out of hand, like, probably need to announce some new games, hopefully hear about more stuff in the near future. BRB. They're to be here for a while longer. That kind of sucks, but I mean, I understand. I'll be down here trying to get my shiny for another 2-ish hours or so, going until I get 4 hours of stream time, and if it doesn't happen today, we'll try again tomorrow, and if it doesn't work then, I'm just going to take a little bit of a break, at least for a day. I want to do that week I said where I took time to myself, but I do feel like I should finish what I started here. Ooh boy, we don't have any supplies for this. We're just gonna have to wing it and hope it works. Who do we have? I already have. Okay, it's not too bad. Oh wait, actually, that didn't throw out ideal startup, I don't think. This is gonna be a while, isn't it? I've had, like, several times where I've reached this far and I keep dying. Maybe I should approach this a little differently and see how far I can get. I've been using all my money on revives to get experience, but maybe if I use hyper potions... Oh shit, I get the ordering wrong after all. I thought I remembered him playing different starting Pokemon than this, though. Shit. It's like a small thing to talk about, but I wonder if this is gonna be like a help improve like the quality of Pokemon games overall. They're having more time now for dev cycles since they seem to be set on doing expansion passes, like Game Freak's putting everything into the new DLC. Maybe they'll try to get the national decks back with the extra time. I always found it was really dumb how there was a need for a third version anyway, but it'd be nice if this means they can get sped up game development from them. Getting, like, Let's Go 2 would be something I'd be really excited for, and hopefully Gen 9 will be better than Gen 8. I don't know. Something bad happened? I'll have to check it in a second, I don't know. Sounds like it's no good. That's kind of worried what this might be. Also, Smash update will be exciting. Still quite a ways off, but yeah, looking forward to that. Seeing the arms fighter. Okay, that's not what I expected to happen, to be honest. Let's see what's on Discord. Ooh. Yikes. What happened? I would want to ask, but I don't know. Okay. See, he got injured pretty badly, it looks like. Even if it's not, like, super serious, I can't tell, but, like, it looks nasty. I had, like, a pretty bad blistered spot. Something happened, and before I got rid of the cat, and got rid of that cat, I think something along the lines of me, when I was picking him up or something, he did something and it got me in the arm or something along those lines, and it caused a really nasty blister, and I've had scratch marks on me, but nothing like that. That looks pretty painful, honestly. Let's go get some extra supplies. I'm gonna try getting hyper potions. Yeah, it sounds bad. I'm not gonna ask too much, especially if it's like a sensitive question. I understand that it can be rough talking about certain things. Let's see. Get up to 5 or 6 without problem. We'll do that. There we go. Whew, where was I? Oh yeah. It might just be me, but it feels like after all this time, like, Pokemon has never really been too ambitious. Like, only in Gen 2. Probably mentioned this before, but I hate how Game Freak gets away with just continually making the same game basically over and over again, and nobody ever criticizes them about it. Like, it'd be nice to see them actually innovate, since it's like Gold and Silver are like the main games that did a lot with the series. Introduced a lot of new stuff, introduced new types. It's had quite a good chunk of content. They had like added Kanto. They put in a lot of love into it and added like stuff like roamers and added. I think they had like some balance changes. I can't remember very well, but like there was a lot in it that was really good, and the music was good. It's ambitious. And then afterwards, they went back to the 8-badge formula and never really mixed things up too much. Could have been seriously hurt worse or even get killed. That sounds awful. I don't know what the fuck happened, but it does sound pretty bad. I'm not gonna ask. I've had some not so great moments myself that have happened in my childhood, I remember, but none that I can think of as an adult. Like, well, actually there are some, but namely problems with my parents. It's kind of difficult to talk about and not fun to talk about. My dad more than anything. Dad is probably fucking crazy. I've already talked about how much I don't like him anyway, but always would make me and my brother, like, take care of the animals when they were gone to do shit, and I think I was an adult when this happened, but, like, I remember one point I was left to feed some pigs. I didn't want to in the first place. I was forced to because I didn't really have much of a choice. And fucking messed up on the feeding and got back and angry at me and like forced me to go outside and fucking fix it. That asshole, he could have fixed it himself, and like threatened to get up and leave, and like it's probably the worst things to hear from your parents, and like he actually threatened to like kill me if I got up and fucking left instead of feeding them, because he was like fed up and wanted to be fucking gone inside and go to bed. And like he was being really awful and like screaming at me, and like really angry at me. Like he threatened to take a shovel nearby and fucking kill me with it. Like he's fucking psychotic, I think. Yeah, my dad's not a very good person, I'll be honest. Something else I can remember, and I don't remember what it was, but like it was another really bad incident that I remember that got. Oh yeah, I remember now. He is he's kind of an asshole, and he fucking honestly. He's got really outdated views, I hate to say it. Like, that's like the only way I can describe this, though. But, like, kind of person who hear him believe that, like, all boys should grow up to be strong and and like, no boys are, say, weak or something like that. Crap like this. Like, I guess stupid old shit that nobody really believes in anymore. Like, use that as an excuse to, like, work me and my brother too much, or, like, fucking, he'd always whip us this belt and, like, go way too far, and naturally, I don't think spankings entirely themselves are just bad, but he would take it, like, way too far and threatened us with, like tearing our skin and shit like that. He's, like, crazy and fucking, I'm pretty sure that nowadays what he did would be considerable abuse, but back in that day, well, things were not the way they are now, and she got away with it, to say the least. I don't think I ever got, like, punched or anything by him, anything that could be actually filed for, like, an actual assault charge or anything, but, like, I had a lot of problems with him, and he was not a very good parent. I don't really like him, and I think he's trying to make it up to me, but he's still kind of an asshole, and I don't really like him too much. He's a very, very awful person, even as one of my parents. Like, I hate to say that. Like, I remember when I was stuck living there for a while because I couldn't get into a new apartment, things he had to do is this is me and some other guy he had hired to help. I didn't want to do this in the first place. Like, he made me go out and help with this giant heavy thing, and I think it was like a fence thing or something, and it was lifting it, and I could not lift it very well at all. I was struggling. It was like tearing into my hands and hurting me, and like on top of this, like, this thing was huge, and if it fell over on me, I think it probably could have fucking killed me, and he did not give a single shit after, like, so much of it. I fucking just had enough, and I actually fucking just dropped it and fucking left. He was like screaming at me to get back, and I just didn't fucking care and like left to go back to the house. I remember I fucking hid in my room, and thankfully my mom diffused the situation before he could do anything. But like, I have a feeling if he wasn't stopped, that fucking nut job would have fucking probably attacked me and possibly killed me over something like that. I didn't fucking ask to be out there and helping him with this shit, and I didn't want to, and fucking this giant heavy object I was lifting could have fucking seriously injured me or worse, and it was actually terrifying. Like, I don't think anybody can blame me for fucking leaving in the middle of it, and this motherfucker tried to get me to stay out and keep lifting it. There's no way that would have worked out. Man's actually a fucking psychopath, I think. Oh wait, are we done with our fossils? Let me actually check on our batch here. Yeah, I understand. That's okay, and don't need to make things depressing, but yeah, I've had a really messed up childhood, unfortunately. I've thought about doing like a stream or even just a video where I'd talk about my life a little bit. So I haven't like did any details on how people do like things where they do like subscriber milestones and do whiteboard things and talk about their life. I haven't ever think I'd ever do anything like that. I'd probably be willing to stream where I just chat and like talk about this kind of stuff and like talk about my entire life. I don't know, for at some point maybe like 1,000 subs or something I would do something like that. Not probably using a face cam though, because I don't like the idea of using a face cam in the first place, but I probably would. I feel really awful even talking about it, because I hate thinking about that. My parents did not do a great job of me and my older brother, and I feel like didn't get to have any fun with our lives, mainly because our mom didn't ever do anything for us, and our dad just kept doing this shit to us. Me and my brother just had not the best childhoods. I'm surprised my brother is even willing to put up with their shit and even talks to them still. Like, I can't blame him for talking to my mom. I don't really have any ill will against my mom, but I definitely don't like my dad very much after the way I was treated as a kid. Let me see if we made sure we did this right. Yeah, okay, I think we did. Just checking the numbers to make sure I add this correctly. Okay, let's get back into fossil resetting. 1 second. Ugh. God, I hate how that happened in my life. I am going to make sure that when I get a kid, if I ever do, like, I'm not going to parent them the way my parents did me. Like, I don't want to force my kid to do something that I wouldn't want to do, or force them to do something they don't like, and my dad didn't seem to understand that's not a good thing to do at all. Tried to control our lives way too much. God. I feel like some people just shouldn't be allowed to have kids because they're fucking and don't understand how to raise a kid. Like, you can't just fucking treat your kid as if they're supposed to be a smaller version of you. You have to fucking think about your kid and think about their needs and their wants, and not fucking forcing your ideals onto them. I feel like a lot of people don't understand that, even though a lot of more parents nowadays completely understand that way better than parents before did. Let me check on the checks. I need to make sure the thing doesn't ever glitch out. I don't mind if there are any messages a little bit. Just wanted to make sure, because it's been too many issues where this thing glitches out on me. Ugh. I'll just say this. I'm not saying much more about my parents. I don't want to talk about it too much, but like, I can safely say I probably won't end up having... And when I have kids, if I ever do, I won't likely have them visit with my parents very much, if at all. Like, I don't want to have them anywhere near my dad after the way I was treated. I would rather raise them myself and make sure that they're not getting abused by him. Ugh. Give me a second or two. I want Charizard, or I'm not actually sure. Whatever, we'll do Blastoise. I need to try and, like, write these down, and I keep forgetting. Just like the first Pokemon that comes out each time. So, I'm just thinking right now I need a bit of time to, like, think about another topic. I think that kind of put me in a weird mood, too, talking about that. Not really bad, I just need a moment or two, and so I'm kind of not sure what to say to them, because I have to think about these topics where I say a lot. The one thing I was, like, thinking that I remembered I wanted to talk about, though, is to say, like, I remember there's been, like, a lot of reboots lately with, like, series, and where TV shows, like, people have, like, made a lot of new versions of older shows, and it's been interesting to see this. Like, I feel like a lot of these reboots miss what made the original special. Like, a topic that I figured I could bring up that'd be something different. There's, like, so many I've seen that I really don't like either, and, like, a lot of them are pretty good shows, like Powerpuff Girls reboot that I remember that came out as not good at all, and, like, way worse than the original. Then there's that fucking Teen Titans Go thing, and I hated it. It's so bad compared to the original. They'd have actually tried to make a better new season or something, and they opted for that. Let's see, what else is there that I can remember? There's a DuckTales reboot. I think I talked about it a little bit. I watched one episode, and I don't really hate it. I don't find it be quite as charming as I remember the original being, but it was alright to watch. Speaking of reboots, I swear, like, you hear about, like, all the time... Oh, shit. Well, whatever. You hear all the time about how Hollywood's doing all these new reboots, and they make so many fucking remake or reboot movies, and I think it's slowly died down some over the years now, but holy shit, are there a lot of them. Like, nobody asks for all these remakes, and Hollywood's here remaking all this different shit. Like, it's really weird looking through and seeing all this stuff. I haven't gone to the movie theaters in some time, and I'm sure I won't now, but I haven't actually checked on, like, what all's in theaters. I saw a really interesting looking trailer on a video I was watching yesterday, though. It's like something about I guess it's like a murder mystery kind of thing, movie or whatever. I'm not actually sure, but it was about this family and, like, a kid from, I think, a rich school or something. But anyway, he was basically accused of murder, and it's about the parents, like, trying to clear his name and get to the bottom of what's going on, while the general public is, like, seeing him as somebody who did a murder, and, like, they're trying to stop it at all costs to try and help their kid and clear his name. It was something named like something like, I don't remember what it was called. It's like to be a parent or to be a good person, something like that, is like a really odd title. They made it really ambiguous and unclear if the kid actually did commit the murder or not. Oh, goody, I've got, like, not a lot of supplies, but I'm gonna do my best here. Any revives that I have left? If any? I didn't buy even one. Shit. I was gonna say that's my way to get through Agatha's room, though. Fuck, 'cause I needed Nidoking. Give me a second or two. So, I'm just like, not sure what to talk about right now, so I'm just gonna bring this up. I did talk about movies for a little bit. You guys watched any movies recently? Watched anything good? I'm just curious, because I'm actually thinking about going and seeing some when this mess clears up, and or maybe even if I don't get the chance to, like, use it, might get a subscription service sometime and catch up on movies. I have a lot that I'd like to check into. I'm really still a little bit, really still annoyed that I didn't get to go see the Sonic movie like I wanted to, but I had other things I was prioritizing at the time, so I guess it's fair. I had other stuff I wanted to take care of first, and I got that done, so can't really complain. I hope that the Sonic movie ends up being like a point that can usher in like a lot of good video game movies. For the longest time, like, there was that stereotype of video game movies always being bad, and a lot of them were bad. Like, now there's a chance for people to make, like, really good game movies and completely destroy that and just prove that, yes, with enough effort and, like, a person who actually knows what the fuck they're doing, we can have good game movies. I have a lot that I should check out in terms of that, too. I talk about those. I've watched a ton of them. The only one I remember watching was, I think, the Mario movie from a long time ago. I know there's movies for all sorts of stuff, like there's a movie for, what was it, Prince of Persia. I think they did, is it Resident Evil's one I was thinking of. I've heard the Resident Evil movie is like really bad and really not that related to the actual series. Apparently there were like a bunch of them though. I don't know, I have to sit down and watch them sometime. I've never actually played a Resident Evil game like fully through, actually, surprisingly. I've wanted to, I just never really sat down and did it. Like, I've had a lot of interest in it, though. I wanted to get RE2 Remake, but I don't think my computer could have handled it the time it came out, and now it's like, do I want to sit down and buy it, even though I kind of want it? I don't know. Tried the Resident Evil Revelations demo on 3DS, and I just haven't had, like, any that I've been super sure I'd like to try picking up, so it's been like a weird thing thinking about whether or not I want it. Oh well. Just trying to make topics, or make conversation topics. Sorry things are a little bit stale at the moment, I'm just trying my best here. That beeping is fucking annoying, and I can't stop hearing it until I either see it die or I fucking on to the next room. God damn it. Ugh. Come to think of it, I didn't mention video game movies before, and I watched that Animal Crossing movie. I liked that. I feel like a lot of the good video game movies are all like animated stuff that's usually pretty good. It's always interesting. I mean, I guess some of these can work with live action and be pretty good. Probably depends on the game it's being adapted to a movie, though. Apparently there's a, like, 2D Mario movie that's animated, and I want to check that out at some point eventually. Oh, actually, in terms of movies, I forgot. That Pikmin Shorts movies thing was really good. I like that. It was dumb that they had to charge you for it. It wasn't really biggest deal, though, but, like, I like those. I wish they just didn't charge you money. It's, like, barely much in terms of how much stuff there is to watch out of it. There's, like, 3 clips that are, like, maybe 20-ish minutes. And you combine them together. I don't think it was, like, even an hour's worth for all the movies they gave you to watch. It was like a really short thing. I'd like to see, I would like to see Pikmin 4 this year. I don't think it'll happen, but it'd be really nice. Seems like they tried to be really proactive in talking about Pikmin's development, and then they stopped. Oh, excuse me, why am I getting so much hiccups? Since they talked about Pikmin 4 a lot and never really went anywhere with it, and they talked about, or they had Hey Pikmin release, and they also had like, yeah, those sorts that happened. They didn't really do anything with it. Free to eat. I mean, I won't lie, I am a little bit hungry since it's getting later, but not exactly super worried about food. Maybe in a little bit I might pause the stream and grab a snack, though, because I am getting a little bit in the mood to take a quick bite, get something to eat, like a little bit of candy, maybe. Actually, I'm meant to cook tonight. I don't think I'm going to be cooking a lot. I'll just cook, like, I have some pork chops left over, and I want to cook those, and sure they're going to be good, so can't wait to get that ready. I don't cook much, but I actually really like eating stuff that I cook. It's just that I don't really like the cleanup part very much. Yeah, we're not going to beat Lance, are we? We get our asses kicked. I eat a lot of different candy. I mean, I have a lot of things I really enjoy. I like eating, say, I've eaten Kit Kats a lot lately. I like those. It's like the most. I think I've eaten them because I guess I forgot how much I actually liked them, and I think what's partially part of it, maybe not entirely, but I remember I got like a special flavor of them when I was seeing some at Valentine's at Walmart like a few months ago. They had these like raspberry cream Kit Kats, and they were really, really good, but it seems they were limited time only, and they didn't really happen to be kept after that. They just kind of held on to them for a little bit, and after Valentine's they were all gone. They were really tasty, though. They were like probably some of the best candy I can think of. It felt like you were eating a slice of cake in a candy bar. It was really, really strange. I ate M&M's a lot. Like, I used to, like, never see the appeal in M&M's because I always thought of it like, I was a kid, though, and I guess that's why I didn't see it, so I'd eat them too fast. Now that I've, like, really gotten older, like, obviously I'm smarter, but, like, I think the intended way to eat M&M's is more meant to be that you pour them in your mouth and then you let them melt in your mouth. That way you get the most out of the taste out of it, and you don't just eat them, you just let it sit there. It gives you a lot more, or what's the right word I'm looking for? I don't know how to describe it. Like, it gives you a lot better usage out of them, and gives you much more enjoyability if you just let the M&M's melt in your mouth. You don't like chocolate? That is odd. I eat more chocolate than I should, and yet somehow I'm not. I don't have any weight problems. I must be really lucky. Let's see, how many can I buy? 6. Wait, how many hyper potions do I have? I want to get more of those if I can. Oh, we got enough. Yeah, I understand. I mean, I don't blame you if you don't like them, and everybody has their own preferences. I don't like anything with nuts in it too much, so I don't eat things with nuts in them very often. I mean, I can tolerate it and certain stuff. I like Snickers enough that I'm okay with it, and same with, like, any others that I can think of. Like, I'd eat, what's the name of it? Payday is pretty good if I'm eating peanuts, and I don't like peanuts that much. Can't remember the one I was thinking of. There's a lot of candy bars I like, though. A lot of them are really, really good. I haven't had them in a while, but I can say I like Butterfingers a lot, too. Butterfingers are really tasty. I haven't had those in a long time, though, but only problem I have with Butterfingers, normally when I get them, it seems like they'd end up being broken apart, like, too commonly, or they would be melty compared to other chocolates. Like, I like Butterfingers melted really fast for some reason. I used to love eating Reese's a lot. I haven't had those in forever, though. Reese's are good, though. I always loved how you'd get Reese's, and unlike other candies, instead of being like just like one thing to eat, you got like the 2 Reese's cups, and you could really savor both of them after you ate them. I don't think I've had a Reese's cup in a long time, though. God, they're good. You like nuts when you're not crazy for them? Yeah, I can understand that. I'm not exactly the type of person who likes eating them very much, though. It's me. I actively avoided eating nuts as a kid, so it's just me. I didn't really. I don't think my tastes were really picky, too, though, as a kid. This is just natural, though. Oh, I remember when I was playing playing yesterday and like thinking earlier, like, oh yeah, I probably won't have a lot of time left in yellow version. I'll end up finishing this and getting done with it quick. No, I'm fucking stuck sitting here trying to get enough experience and money to beat the Elite Four. You know, allergies? No, I don't have any allergies to nuts or anything. I just don't like nuts too much. It's a weird thing. It's just a taste preference. Like I said, even though I don't have a huge love of nuts, I do think I like them enough that I'm okay with eating stuff with nuts in it. Like I remember Payday, I actually like Payday bars quite a bit. Velveeta, I think I know what that is. Those are like the cracker things that are like really sweet, aren't those? Those are pretty good. I also like getting some of those like fancier cookies, but those are like usually pricey and they're good, but you get like maybe 10-ish cookies at most. I think, well, it might be more than that, but it feels like it's not as many as a normal cookie and they're a lot smaller and they never last me as long when I buy them and they're usually costly. Not like an ordinary cookie, like a chocolate chip or something, but those things that are like in those special bags and they have like a bunch of them in there that you eat, those are pretty good. Speaking of cookies, though, I don't know when it became a thing for me, but I've got to say, out of like all the cookies I eat, I think my favorite is oatmeal cookies. I love a good oatmeal cookie. I fucking and can't get enough of them. I remember as a kid, I used to eat like peanut butter cookies a lot, and I don't really eat them as much now. I still like them, obviously, but I don't really eat them anymore very often. I don't know when it actually developed into my taste. I don't think I eat oatmeal very often at all, but something about an oatmeal cookie is just really, really good. One of my favorites. Macadamia nuts pretty good too, but I don't think I eat that as much. Sometimes they get a little rich if you eat them too much. Let's see. Oh! Actually, I forgot, I barely eat them, because I guess I don't really pay attention when I'm buying it, but like, chocolate chunk cookies are so damn good. I love those. I don't pick them up enough. I should probably go try to get some next time in Walmart, see if I can find them on the shelves. I mean, usually have a good selection of cookies, but like, oh, even though I don't care as much about chocolate chips, they're good. They're just like the vanilla cookie, basically, the default that everybody eats, but it, like, chocolate chunk is, like, so good compared to chocolate chip. Chocolate chunk is really tasty, honestly. I don't think I've eaten a chocolate chunk cookie in a long time. One of my favorites. God, I'm making myself hungry, because I remember I just got, like, some sugar cookies from Walmart, like, I want to say like 2 to 3 weeks ago, and I ended up devouring the last of them like a few days ago. They were really good though. Probably really unhealthy, but I've got to say I do enjoy a good cookie. No? No way, I don't know how that's pronounced. Sounds pretty good though. Okay, right, I need to put in Blastoise here. Or, you know, let's do Venusaur, because there's rock and fighting. Venusaur should catch up on his levels, and my whole team needs to be able to hang on here. They added emotes? Huh. Are these like Twitch emotes, basically? Or is this a different thing? There's been emotes for a while, but I wonder... I'm just checking something. It might take too long. I just wanted to look at something, though. I wonder if you can get, like, emotes specifically if you get, like, enough subscribers. Okay, get me a window back up. I just wanted to look at that for a second. Huh. These are, yeah, these do look new. I like how the monkey with the wrench is on there. YouTube has issues a lot of the time, like us having issues earlier, I noticed. I never really use the emotes in YouTube chat, I guess because I don't really go on YouTube streams a lot, even though I do enjoy any good stream regardless of where it's at, but like, most of my time is spent on Twitch. I gotta say, out of the two of them, I feel like Twitch is a much better emote job than YouTube does, though. All the emotes on Twitch are really, really good, honestly. I'm not sure what my favorite is. It never gets old, though, using the emotes on Twitch. And getting to use all the dumb shit. Sometimes the emote spam is really funny and just fun to mess around with. My favorite's the smiley emote from Twitch, though. That one, I just love how dumb it is. It looks really silly. And I love the little meme that goes on in a lot of Twitch chat. It's had the streamer, like, ask a question and then everybody just responds with me, followed by the smiley face. God damn it, this is a nuisance. I'm just trying to take this one Pokemon out, for God's sake. Why? I've been swinging so many times. I wish that there are higher quality emotes on YouTube. I'm guessing if you get enough people watching your streams, you can get them, but that's like the biggest downside to YouTube streams. There's not an option for this, like, can't get user emotes, at least not very easily. Oh my fucking god, just let me kill it! I'm sorry about the beeping, I can't fucking stop it right now. Finally! Jesus Christ! Venusaur? Sure, that'll work. God. Doing this and getting through this, like, even though it's not completely the same, this makes it a little more annoying to think that Ash just went through in the anime and managed to get, like, handed badges out for nothing, and meanwhile the actual player has to work their ass off for everything. Like, Jesus. Some of these battles do not hold back at all. I am under-leveled, though. I can't be complaining too much. If I was at the right level, I'd probably be fucking really doing good. Wait, did I do what? Oh, you're talking about that's washing your hands. Yeah, the sanitizer. I haven't had any need to for a while because I haven't got up and done much. I mean, I think the last thing I would have done that would have needed was me going to my fridge. Even then, I'd keep my fridge relatively clean, so it's not like it's an issue. Come on. By the way, if I get done with this and I end up throwing, and I have some time to kill, I'm waiting on the shiny since there's no guarantee it'll happen anytime soon. That's something I want to show. This is a small thing. I talked about One Piece a lot and I actually enjoy it, and I saw something on my phone that I really found neat. It was like a thing I might have brought up yesterday, and I think I did, but I don't know if anybody was here to really hear me talk about it, but the author of, like, the One Piece manga actually did some requests by fans, and it's like all the characters aged up, and there were like scenarios for like 2 separated timelines, and it had like quite a few really neat looking drawings, and they look great. I feel like I would love to show that off and like just let you guys see the artwork. It's really, really good looking. What, fruit juice? Wait, what? Oh, you're just talking in general? Yeah, One Piece is good. I like One Piece a lot. I talk about it a lot. I mean, I've talked about it less recently. Hope they hurry up the dub sometime soon, though. I've been hesitant to resume it. Very, very soon. Even when I'm on the break, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna get that thing I said I promised I was gonna do and get my channel, or my Discord set up with the channel for us to watch stuff on. You have my word there. I want to sit down and get something so we can enjoy all sorts of stuff. Feel like it'd be fun to do that. Haven't done it despite wanting to for a long time, too. Oh my god, why am I so inaccurate? You have to do yard work? Ooh, that sounds unfun. Probably mowing the lawn. Since I live near an apartment, don't have to worry about that, because they end up taking care of the lawns themselves, and I think they do most of the yard work. If I pick up a dog, though, then I'm going to have to end up picking up dog poop. That'll be not fun. I mean, that's like 2 to 3 months away before I even consider getting a dog. I'm undecided right now if I want to get a new kitten that's coming from like a shelter that should be calm and more or easy to tame and like work with than my feral cat that I had before I gave up on him, took him back to my parents, or whether or not I want to get a dog, though. I still feel really bad about that, but I mean, I'm not going to let it eat me alive. I'm just going to try to put it out of my mind. It is a little lonely, like, coming in my living room and then finding nothing, just remembering the cat's gone. Do the play with you? And funds are rare. I don't really feel like I'm going to want unlimited funds. Maybe get a little bit of help with the rare items, but probably going to play at my own pace and allow people to come in for multiplayer when I'm in the mood, so probably be more than happy to play it, just I don't know how I'm going to handle my sessions yet. For a second I thought I read a really weird number here on my stats. No, I was wrong. It's like, did I glitch my game? I thought I read 100, like, over level 100 on the Pokemon. And that's the thing you can do with the missing no glitch. Oh, actually, that's a lot. Wow. Hold on a second. I mean to Google the name of this, but this is something I feel like I've talked about it once on stream, but I feel like it's worth bringing up again. Give me a second. How many? Okay, this is just 4. I thought, but yeah, actually, there's something I think we can watch on Discord if you guys haven't already seen it. Pokemon Origins, that was really, really good, and I forgot about that for a little bit. Like, that's something I feel like we can and watch. It's really short and it's really, really satisfying. Seeing that on Twitch some time ago, and I loved it a lot. I feel like that'd be good fun to sit down and watch the entirety of it. Wait, what's up? No, what? I'm not sure what you're referring to. I'm guessing explain that. Oh, you got a bad haircut, so you got shit. Yeah, I don't think I've had any problems with that so far. I haven't actually got out for a haircut, though, because the guy I get my haircut from is kind of old, so I'm not going out because he's had some problems where he's been hospitalized a few times, and plus coronavirus stuff. I don't even know if he's open or like doing stuff as much. I might have to get a new barber now. I haven't had too many instances with that. I've had like the one time I remember as a kid where I had all my hair cut off, and that was traumatizing to me, but that was like the only time I can think of where my haircut has been butchered that bad that I didn't like anybody seeing me without my hair like that. I feel like most of the time my haircuts go fine. Really, all I do is get my hair shortened, though, so I mean, I guess it's kind of easy for me to get my hair done. I don't have to worry about anything from that part. Wear a hat. Yeah, I don't really care much for hats. I've never really liked how they feel on my head, although I guess I'd be fine if it was one of the kind of hats you just like have a big one and it fits on your head. It doesn't feel like really tight, like one of the, ironically, just talking about one piece, like a straw hat would probably be fine with me because it's like not as tightly on your head. No, I'm not available. Yeah, I'll let you know. I won't be needing a whole lot more time. I'm just trying to finish my stuff in this already, and it's been a long time. Those are your hairs messed up. Do you wear it? Yeah, I know what you mean about that. I don't like hats a lot. I only wear them when it's a necessity, really, and that's not very often. Whew. Shouldn't the batch be finishing up by now, or at least close to it? I thought we'd only have like 2 more. After I get done with this one, we're gonna do another one, and I'm gonna keep going until I get to 4 hours or a little over, but I think the fossils are taking a while. I guess because I have 150 this time and not 100 to go off of. been closer to like 45 minutes every time. How many times have we done this already? We got to 300 last few, and we got to 500, I think, 550. So, already got, or no, have we got there? I don't remember yet, actually. I started at 822, so first batch, second batch. I think I got 3. Yeah, we did. Okay. So we're... Actually, it's not 500 yet. It's close to it, though. Find bald... You see my... And people who are bald who wear them a lot? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that. A lot of people get upset about being bald naturally. I'm not exactly looking forward to getting older. Especially if it means my hair's gonna fall out. Oh, fuck. I thought I could push A on him like anybody else, and I didn't realize that walking up to him actually started the battle. I didn't remember that. Now I'm not completely prepped for the fight. Okay, I might as well just fucking revive Pikachu ASAP. There's like a very low chance of me getting through this and reaching blue, though. Are you fucking serious right now? I actually didn't get killed. Alright, let's take what we can get out of him then in terms of damage. Oh, I hate the beeping so much. I know what this was meant to be, but like, Jesus. Like, I'm guessing they did it to make sure kids would take care of their Pokemon and get them healed, but that is such an annoying noise. Been around since, like, in the first gen to, like, the 4th gen, I think, and I forget this is in Sword and Shield. I don't remember, actually, even though I played the game a lot. Ugh, I wonder why they kept it so long. Nobody likes it. It's an annoying noise from the game to get you to take and heal already. You know, I've already probably said this once, but I hate how, just because Sword and Shield's not very good in general, like, it feels like we've legitimately had 2 console Pokemon games that have been way better than those games by the fact they had every Pokemon at the time, and they both had stories. Like, they're both far more interesting. And if I'm not clear what I'm talking about, it's Coliseum and XD. Those games were, like, really, really good. Ooh, here we go. I need to heal. Yeah, I don't, actually maybe not, because I need to get rid of the paralysis shit. I'm curious if they're still paying attention here. Have you guys ever tried playing playing Pokemon competitively? I know I have at least once. Gave up on it, but I'm curious if anybody else in the chat has actually tried to get into it or not. It's a really crazy experience trying to learn, and really intimidating going through everything and trying to figure out all the information that's there. People say it's like easy, and they made it easier, but like, there's a real entry barrier around competitive Pokemon. You have to teach yourself like so much shit to actually get prep to do on like online play. You need to EV train. Probably need to get perfect IVs, or if you don't, get them bottle capped, and also just like natures and abilities are important. Like all this shit you have to worry about when you're playing online. Do I still play Luigi's Mansion 3? I mean, not in some time, but I actually haven't played it since I beat it, actually, just because I haven't felt the need to return to it yet. I mean, my priorities are pretty set where I want to be, at least in terms of streams right now. Like, I want to make my priority getting through AI the Somnium Files and also Dragon Quest, so if I play Luigi's Mansion, I have to take time away from those games. I only played it like once or twice, and I was meaning to beat the thing. There's not really a lot of online there, but like I was actually mainly not playing because I finished it in single player, and that was like the big purpose of me playing it in the first place, so I haven't played it in quite some time. I would like to go back to it and check out the DLC. If I can get it cheap, I'll probably get the DLC for it and play and try to beat a Scare Scraper after some time, finally, since I've been meaning to anyway. Or was it Screen Scraper, whatever the fuck it's called, that mode? I think it's Scare Scraper. I've been meaning to beat that, and I didn't because of the fact that I was mostly invested in single player. Talk about a really good game, though. That was like a fantastic game that had really, really good gameplay, and I loved it. And it's kind of sad that it's over with. I loved it a lot. I hope that we don't have to wait too long between the next entry and 3. Like, I hope they decide to make one sooner. A lot of people are in unison saying, like, oh yeah, Luigi's Mansion isn't going to get a 4th game for a long while, and I hope that's not wrong. I hope that ends up being like something that Nintendo proves they want to make a new game for. You gotta head out, you gotta do something. And you've been around for a while, I understand. I've got like only a bit over an hour left anyway, so it's gonna be done after a little while, so it's fine, I understand. You haven't gotten Chad for one, I appreciate it, I really do. Makes my day a lot easier when I have somebody to talk to. Hyper potions, yes, okay, I guess I can... Wait, do they have revives in here? I could just buy them if they do. Well, I appreciate that, I really do. Feels like not a lot of people ever say anything like that they actually are grateful for them talking, and I've had some people, but it feels like not a lot of people hang around, and even if they say that, I really appreciate when people actually enjoy the content and hang around and watch for a while. It means a lot. Okay, I need to get, like, a little more for the sake of revives. Let's see. Actually, I should sell my ropes. I'm not going to use them anytime soon. Even though I could hold on to them, they're just going to be fodder in my inventory otherwise. There we go, that'll work for right now. It's weird, I remember playing in, like, when I was younger, and I think I got my hands on money for stuff in Pokemon a lot easier, and I wasn't struggling too badly to get supplies. Like, not in this game, so like, I remember I got through the Elite Four after a few tries because of that, and here it's just that I'm broke on cash and don't have a lot to waste on more supplies. Saw the Nintendo bus drive through your city again. That's cool. I mean, I've never really saw any of those, but I do live in a small city, so it's not too surprising if that's the case. Maybe one day. Still cool being able to go to LA that one year and get to check out E3. That was like most exciting moments for me to get to actually check out all those games and see all that stuff early, even though there wasn't as much. E3 2018 was a little disappointing, but I still got to have a good time and play Smash before it came out. That was fantastic memory I'll treasure. By the way, I'm gonna set it up for the next batch, but after I get done doing this one, the next one's set up, I'm gonna take a short BRB for like 5 to 10 minutes. So I can just snack a little bit. I just want to make sure I have my energy up. I don't really prefer to always take BRBs like this, but I feel like it's for the better if I do, honestly. That way I can keep myself going without problems. And be at the Nintendo store during E3 are awesome. Yeah, I've never got the chance to visit it. I would like to, but I mean, maybe one day. Sounds like it's nice. Like, there's always that reaction is kind of cool. I know they get some of the demos, but not all of them. God damn it, game, come on. That must be fun, though, being around all these people and, like, getting to hear all the hype. Hey, Zachary, welcome back. Good to see you. One day, I'd like to go down to New York, even though I don't think I'd like New York a lot. I'd like to check out, like, the stuff there, visit Times Square, visit at Nintendo's shop and visit the Pokemon Center and whatnot, all that stuff. Seems like there's a lot of stuff there, even though New York itself doesn't sound like the most fun place to be in. I don't know, I've heard New York is kind of a tourist trap, and there's a stereotype about how New York actually just has like a lot of people who are really rude. I don't know how true that is. Yeah, that's about what I figured. That sleep. Yeah, I understand. I'd appreciate it though. I'd really mean it. I'm just not easy to keep going, and talking is not always easy. Anyway, you're on. Okay, why is the thing not doing this? Did my thing click out and not work? What the fuck? My game's not letting me do anything. I'm stuck here every time I push the A button. Nothing's happening. What the hell? Oh no. Oh no! Oh no, we need to fix this. This wouldn't happen on a real Game Boy, so... Let me see. I need to check my controls first. Let me see. It's not detecting my controller at all. Maybe the thing came out or something. It didn't look like it. Let me see. Worst case, I can save state, because I don't want to lose my progress. I don't want to, like, re-grind levels. Okay, give me a second. I need to fix this. I think my controls got all messed up somehow. I don't know what the fuck happened. It just kind of screwed up all of a sudden out of nowhere. What the fuck was that all about? That was weird. Irish pubs. Interesting. You gotta go? Alright, I understand, man. Thanks for hanging out. Really do appreciate the company. And okay, now I can check my fossils, but... might actually switch faster. I don't know. I'll just wait until I get this done really quick before I actually get this next part of the game going, because I just wanted to make sure everything's okay, but actually I can do it in a second. Nothing still, oh my fucking god, after all these resets, they're still not a shiny. It's okay though. Just would have been nice to get it under well under 1,000. We're not there at all. I have to keep doing calculations for this to check, because it's not as easy to add the math up here. 1422. Okay, that's where we're standing at. Over 1,400 is quite a bit. There we go. 1 second. Can't really read the chat super easy, even though I'm trying. Proving dark. Wait, seems doing dark later, not or early. I think I like it better when it's dark later at night, to be honest. I don't know. It feels weird. I like to get out when it's like not that dark, and feels like it gets dark really early sometimes. I guess because of the right word I'm looking for. Daylight savings get the dark early, I think. Or am I thinking the other thing? Oh, I guess they're both called daylight savings, but yeah, it ends up feeling a little weird when it comes around early. Feels like the dark shouldn't be around as fast as it is, and I prefer to be able to get out and see what I'm doing easier. Even though I do have to be active at night pretty commonly, like I do a lot more stuff at night, I feel like. Okay, let me check I'm just checking my bag. I mean, I don't need to, but it's like, after my last screw up I had on the previous time I did a shiny hunt with fossils, like, not these sessions, but when I was doing Arctozolt, yeah, we had that huge screw up. I don't want that to be a repeat at any point, ever. Give me a second. Okay, let's finish the battle. I said I was going to take a short AFK break, and I'm about to, actually, because I'm in the mood to just get a snack. We're about 3 hours, and I wanted to do 4 hours anyway, and can give myself a little time to, like, catch my breath and just give me a single break while I'm doing this, that's all. Actually, like, one of my favorite streamers streams like roughly 4 to 5 hours, usually at most, per stream, and even they get tired of it. And when I'm doing like these 7 to 8 hour streams, oh my god, it can get fucking crazy doing it so long. Like it feels like it can be super exhausting. So yeah, probably for the better I get a break. They usually do BRBs too. I think most streamers do, so it should be fine. Just need a bit of time to myself. I need to make a dedicated BRB screen at some point. I've never bothered. It'd be nice to have one though. I never made one. Come on, kill it. Let's see, what can we talk about still? I'm surprised. See, like, I don't know if it's just me, but it was like the just way it saved like a lot of their stuff on the Switch. Like, not everything, I guess, but a lot of things that were released that are just like easy choices, and they've made a lot of money off of it. But like, I'm surprised like none of their other stuff's getting any attention. Like the lesser franchises that aren't as popular, and I hope they actually do put some of those on the Switch. Like Pikmin gets an entry soon, hopefully. And also, hopefully, can hear about Chibi Robo maybe returning at some point. I mean, that one's a stretch, but if it came back, I'd be very happy. Like, it's always just the main series stuff and, like, the staples of Nintendo consoles we're hearing about right now, and I'm fine with that, but I'd like to see them take a few risks, too, with it. I mean, they've gotten a lot of sales from doing everything right, so surely having a few differing games that aren't a guaranteed success would be fine. Probably still get them a lot. Hell, I'm surprised they announced Metroid and they still have, like, not a lot of dev time on it yet. Like, they had to restart development, but I mean, it's whatever. I'm sure it'll be something we can look at and see relatively soon. Hopefully, at least. One more kill, and then I'm doing my BRB. If that's fine. Oh god, okay, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. This beeping is driving me insane anyway. Oh, thank god. Sorry, Pikachu. God, that feels sad to hear. Probably it's like one of the first Pokemon games this is in there, and I don't think, or that's like when they started adding that, with like, it was kind of sad hearing Pikachu make that cry when it goes down. Also, I never understood why they went through and like gave Pokemon like specific voices in like the anime or whatever, and they didn't do that with the games. They just gave them their cries. I guess there's a lot of work and a lot of budget, but gave them a lot more personality and made them feel like weirdly alive, even though it wasn't the way you'd expect. I guess crying is more realistic, but I always liked hearing Pokemon say their name a lot for some reason. Okay, actually, considering it might take a while, we're going to see what the time says when I get to the end of this bit here and see if my thing's at like 3 hours 30 minutes or 3 hours 45 when we reach that point. And if it's like closer to 40 minutes, I'm just going to stop it there because I could do more, but I don't want to get too involved with waiting on another fossil batch after this one. I may save the game too. I said I was going to for the sake of, in case something weird happened like earlier again. Alright, give me 5, maybe 10 minutes at most, and I'm going to take a BRB and try to go grab a snack and some water and just get myself a little break to cool off and relax. Maybe I'll be able to think a little better too while that's happening. See you guys in a little bit. Alright, I'm back. Give me just a second or two, actually. I'm actually gonna have to take another BRB sooner than I thought because I'm gonna have to use the bathroom, I think, but need to. I don't know, it just kind of came up again. I hate when this happens. It's not really a big deal, it's just annoying. That feeling when you need to go pretty badly, even though you were fine for just like all of a sudden I know where you need to go to the restroom, but I think I'm not really so worried about it that I need to get it right away. It's just that I need to go a little bit, maybe after next fossils, short AFK trip to the restroom. Hopefully stream's been alright and enjoyable for you guys. I hope I'm making things alright. I'm just like a little tired from doing this so much because it takes forever and I have to commit a lot of hours to this no matter what, so it takes a while to keep going through all the fossils. It's not really a big deal, just I wish it could be shorter without so much effort being dropped into all these, but whatever, who cares? Actually, we may not even have more than one more batch going, like I said earlier, so I guess it depends. We'll just see. Shouldn't be too much longer before we get to a stopping point anyway. Not like a lot I want to talk about, but I have a few things, so we'll do that, I guess. So, yeah, I mentioned I was watching a new anime earlier that, I don't know what you call it, Hanabado show or whatever. Racquetball is really, really good. It's surprisingly interesting. I don't know how old or new it is, but I like it, and it's like something interesting about like stepping onto like a really old anime or just a TV show in general or something you've never really watched before, and watching it, usually it's really, really interesting. Always love seeing new stuff, and I used to watch like a good chunk of anime in my whole life. I don't really care much about it too much, but I do enjoy watching it overall. Just haven't watched it as much as some people have. Like, I watch it every now and then. I think I've mostly watched it as a kid. I probably talked about that too. If I did, my bad. Konami was such a great outlet. All the shows that were on it. I think I was introduced to One Piece via it. Saw, I think He-Man was on there a long time ago. They had, like, Megas XLR show. And then where they eventually added, like, Gurren Lagann. That was a long time ago. You could forget Dragon Ball in there. There's, like, so much shit. And they had, like, so many good shows. I remember liking Naruto in there as well. I haven't watched that in forever. I'd like to sit down and check it out again. Seems like it's just milked, though, so I don't know if it'd be any good. It's got the whole Boruto thing that didn't even need to happen. Just trying to extend the fuck out of the show's life as much as they can. Let's see. I've got to say, I've watched all sorts of different shows. I guess it just depends on what it is, but like, there's always some interesting stuff. I wonder what's going on, like, shows right now. I heard recommend Demon Slayer, and I want to check into that at some point. There's like stuff I want to check out. I haven't watched much. I hear a lot of the same shows get talked about, like Hunter x Hunter and Berserk, even though I've heard Berserk keeps going on like hiatus. I also remember watching Attack on Titan, but I don't really watch it anymore, and I watched it first season. I didn't really catch up on the second season, so maybe I should. I don't know. Actually liked it, even though it was really memey. I guess you could say, actually, maybe that's not the right way to word it, but it felt like it was because like so many people brought it up. It's the only reason I had it catch my interest at all. Oh god, there's so many shows I've checked out that I really enjoyed watching. Really should get like a subscription service, and I can like talk to you guys about some of the stuff I watch. Let you guys know how it turns out. Also, this is an unrelated thing. Like I might just be me, like the direct earlier. There were so many Shadow Drop announcements. Some of them were just like DLC. I think like the Animal Crossing had like that update. It wasn't like a proper event. It had that patch though. Also, let's see. Just give me a second before I continue this. Outside of that, there was that update with that Marvel thing, the new Capcom thing, Panzer Dragoon, like a bunch of things that just got dropped. The only thing that's bad about this year is really just the lack of new stuff from Nintendo, even though there's some like decent stuff going. I don't think there was anything really new though. Just a few things at best, like at least the indie stuff and third-party stuff they showed looked good. I'm probably gonna check it out. I want to play XCOM. I played like Fire Emblem most of the time, and I want to play something tactical. And I've got to say, I don't mind Fire Emblem, but I personally think I'd be interested in checking out something else, like also checking out XCOM as well. Hold on, so I'm just making sure this doesn't freak out on me and actually works, because I think for a second my footage on here glitched. Hopefully, whatever's going on in the next half of the year set the pace, makes things nicer than how this year's gone so far. It's not really bad, but I like when I can have a lot of games to play and talk about. This might end up being a year like 2016 where I played like mostly indie games that year, and I would probably be willing to do the same thing. I hope it doesn't turn up like that, but I don't know. I think this is the first time in a long while, though, Nintendo's just gone silent on us. This is a weird thing to bring up. Do you guys remember how, if you guys actually heard of it, maybe you didn't, but like, some time ago, Valve talked about how they would want to get into the console business and try to make their own PC and operating system and whatnot? That was a weird time. I don't think it ever went anywhere, but that was like interesting thing to see them talk about, and it didn't end up going anywhere. I mean, probably because the fact that don't really have the same leverage as some of the other people who already make consoles, and they don't have the right. I'm sure they don't have the right resources for making a PC operating system either. Then they made those Steam machine things. I don't know if they're any good or not. Thought about getting one of those like a long time ago. I wonder if they would have been worth it. I don't know. I think my computer's pretty up to date. Getting a good computer can be difficult. You have to upgrade like pretty commonly. It feels like I don't know why my old computer wasn't good anymore after so long. It was pretty strong, and it just felt like it fell apart after a while, which is annoying. This computer is so good though. Hope nothing bad happens to it. I want to play some proper PC games on it soon. Maybe I'll look and see if there's anything like in the Humble Bundle, or the Humble Store, what is the thing they did, the Humble Bundle for Steam. I haven't done anything like that in a long time, and some cheap, good games you can get out of that. If not, I mean, it's whatever. God, next month's gonna be fun if I end up getting my schedule cleared, because I can, like, start on some other stuff and also play, like, quite a few new things, and I have some more money, hopefully, and get what I want and get some extra goodies. Like, I really, really want to make sure I get my hands on at least a new game or two next month. If you're not having anything to play for a long time. Probably do some Mario Maker as well, do returns to some other stuff. I know I said I'd take a break from doing streams for a little bit, but I am going to do actually an ARM stream and a stream of an April Fool's thing very soon, though. I have that planned out. It's really weird thinking about this because I don't really know exactly how my next few streams are going, actually. Maybe I'll revisit older games after I get cleared up enough. I'm not sure. Definitely wouldn't mind. Hold on a second. Check one thing before we continue. Really, like a thing or two really fast. It shouldn't take long, though. One moment. I wish I could play, like, custom music here, but I don't feel like a good way to do. Oh, shit. Did I have the wrong audio on this whole time? I am sorry about that. I've been doing this so long, and I didn't even realize. Yeah, I should have been more attentive to that. I didn't realize the game's audio is muted. My fault. It's probably because I keep fucking to change things around a little bit. But yeah, okay, now we're all good. Let's get back into the game. Wondering something was wrong. Not what I was meaning to check at too much, but that's something I noticed when I was looking in there. But yeah, I forgot the audio going back. This is the only problem with like streaming anything on PC. You have to monitor your stuff. I mean, I don't do terrible at it, I feel like, but I can be forgetful. And there's all the testing. Welcome back, Zachary. Good to see you. Almost through the Elite Four, I think, and soon we might be done the stream, depending on how much longer my fossils are taking. What was it I was going to bring up? Actually, I forgot. Oh yeah, well, it's not really anything too important. It's like something that just occurred to me, but like, I'm probably going to start messing around with some of the games I tried to stream before that I couldn't in the near future. Maybe that'll be done soon, actually. I don't know, like, I wanted to play a lot of PC stuff, and it was always choppy on my last computer. I don't think it'll be a problem now, but I don't know. It bothered me how I tried to play PC games, and I wanted to do, like, Halloween special stuff, and I couldn't because my computer just screwed up on me. Remember that Mysterious Tower of Deadly Monsters thing, or whatever it's called, that game I was playing for Halloween like a year or two ago, and I wanted to really get into that game, and because it kept lagging so much, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't play it because it was like so choppy. I think it's one of the worst things to deal with, those, like, computers are just, like, dealing with technical bullshit. It's so annoying, not even, like, stream-related, just in general, like, sit here and try to solve a problem, and then you cannot pinpoint what's wrong, no matter how hard you try. It always bothers me that what happened. I used to play on PC a lot more, and if my games, like, crashed, I would, like, sit down and waste tons of time trying to fix it. I think that's the thing that I was playing TF2 regularly. Ended up fixing my game every time it crashed a lot, because it was prone to crashing quite a bit, frankly. One thing I don't miss about playing on PC more is the crashing. My god. Go in your settings, check out and configure everything, whereas a console, it usually just works without too much problem. I guess that's why a lot of people buy them. I feel like I don't invest in consoles because I feel like I get more what I want out of a PC. That's why I've never really had a PlayStation or an Xbox, although thought about getting a PlayStation like several times in the past. It still feels really weird to think we're like right on the verge of PS5 actually, and even Xbox, the new Xbox, like they're right around the corner, and it doesn't feel like it because it feels like there was not a lot of like exclusive and interesting stuff on PS4. There was still some, and it was pretty decent, but it feels like not very much, and obviously not very many on Microsoft's system either. Microsoft just took it upon themselves to become the one console mostly for third parties, and I guess their plan worked out. I don't know, this gen has been not as interesting until Nintendo got things right with the Switch, then things got really good. There we go, fuck yeah! I didn't think I was going to be able to pull that off, but there we go, that was good stuff. Okay, back to blue again, for the first time in a while. I fucking hate how there's a good chance I'll probably fuck everything up. Yeah, whatever. I know about blue. Let's revive all my Pokemon I can. Or... nah, fuck it, we need to revive. We're gonna jump in this as, like, prepped as we can, regardless of whether or not it's wasting resources, because we need to get done if we can, hopefully. Something tells me we may end up having literally no progress, though. It's gonna feel really weird, though, if I end up doing this and have nothing accomplished between playing the stream and not get to finish. I mean, I guess I can just label it as like a grinding stream if I don't get my shiny or get this on doing it afterwards, but it feels odd playing this and going through all the Elite Four and not having any success yet, just getting further and further, but still being too far to actually finish it. Hold on a second, I think. Guess we need to get Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur need to be top priority more than anything, because they're good for countering all sorts of stuff. I'll put some Nidoking as well. Or actually, no, Prime. Oh, I don't know. We'll do Nidoking, I guess. It'll only be one of the two anyway, since I've not got enough. Oh, no, we do have enough. Never mind, I was wrong. Alright, cool. Means there's no more heals, though. Means we have to do this right. Start to the Sand Slash. Let's do Venusaur first. God, this is like way harder than it is in Let's Go. You just get a fucking easy fight against a rival in that game, and he wasn't very challenging. This fight against Blue, though, gotta really be ready for every move he makes and counteract him to the best of your ability. I don't have any more supplies either, so it's like me doing my best under-leveled. Okay, I'm just gonna shut the hell up for a little bit until I've got like at least 2 to 3 kills, because I want to make sure I know I'm in a good spot before I start talking too much. I don't want to hype this up like it's going to be a win and then have a loss. God, this music is so good, though. Even for a fucking 8-bit soundtrack, this fucking game with like a Game Boy, like, it still sounds great. Alakazam, I'm gonna say Pikachu. It's kind of a tough call, actually. This thing was my problem I had to deal with before, I think. You wanna do Kanika? Oh, come on, can I actually hit him? I'm gonna blind him so that he can actually have low accuracy, not fuck my team over, because psychic types are a fucking god-awful problem in this game. Yeah, eat shit! Fucking Alakazam can go die already. Sorry, that sounded really bad. Just really fed up with dealing with psychic types fucking ruining my runs. Oh yeah, we got him. We just have to hit him another time or two. Ooh, is it still gonna one-shot? Of course. I'm gonna take a chance here, even though it's not necessary, and I'm gonna Leech Seed this motherfucker so that I can get some good heals off of him, even if it does kill my Venusaur. This way, anything he does, it's still contributing to my chances of beating him. I'm still shocked Blue was able to fucking get through this faster than the player was, and like, I guess they had like spare heal. He had like spare heals to use or something, but like, it's really weird how you kick his ass and he's like had enough time to heal and make it to the champion before you did. Wonder if that's ever explained in lore, if he just like ran in there first to beat you. Got this, we can do it. Probably should have been Charizard for the speed check and hindsight, but I mean, whatever. There we go. I think we got this right now. Blastoise is fucking carrying right now, goddamn. Yeah, get fucked, Blue. We're on equal ground this time. Holy shit, that is some good damage. I could jam out to this music all day, it's so fucking good. Nice try, you're not fucking passing me. I almost feel bad for him. He went through all this and he got really far. And then he got fucking from champion down to a gym leader after the events of this game. It's like, yeah, didn't really work out for you, did it, Blue? Naturally. It makes me wonder how things actually play out, considering Let's Go is an alternate timeline. I wonder how they handled this in the universe. I guess he just took it over because it was empty. I don't think there's a trainer who probably talks more shit than Blue does, though. He's so overconfident somehow. Oh shit, I gotta be careful here. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. Wait, maybe? Oh, good stuff, good stuff. It's all up to chance. I've got 2 Pokemon that can fucking really steamroll this, and I don't know if they're gonna be able to or not, but they have a really high probability. Oh yeah, we got this, I think. Finally! Fucking hell, this took forever. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the last 10 minutes, because I mean, kind of huge amount of time I have to devote if I want to go after one of the birds. I have to like take time walking towards the power plant that's gonna or the Seafoam Islands or whatever, and do one of those, and it takes like a while to get there. There's not really enough time to start on another one. It doesn't look like either. Like maybe there'll be enough time to do a little bit of one, or maybe by the time the credits are done, we'll actually have our fossils through. I think we're at the point where, since it'll take another 30-ish, we'll probably be done after the next set of fossils, or this set of fossils, I should say. We've gotten a lot revived, even in slightly under 4 hours, so I'm pleased with what's happened. Wish I could get a shiny, though. Jolteon. No heals left, so there's no point in trying to switch into Nidoking yet. Maybe after I lose Blastoise, I can do that. I hope it'll work. I don't know if it will. It's actually not a very guaranteed strategy, but Nidoking has like a good edge. The only issue being that he might die from Pin Missile after a revive. Alright, this is our biggest chance. I can't just let it pass me away, and I gotta fucking try. It's time to use the max revive. It's all or nothing here. God, I didn't think it'd be this down to the wire, but here we are. Very, very hype final battle now. Gotta go ahead and waste my time. Not like it matters. If I can get enough damage, your fucking Jolteon won't survive. Of course, it may not even two-shot for certain. I'm kind of scared of how this is going to end up. Jolteon's fast. Alright, here goes. The last kill we need to survive and win. Oh, good stuff. Accuracy check gave me a nice edge here. Fucking one shot, too. That was too perfect. Yeah, nice try, Blue. No, that can't be! You beat my best for all that work to become league champ? It's over already? Yeah, whatever you say. 10 minutes of being the champion. Lol. Why did I lose? Making mistakes racing my Pokemon. Darn it. You're the new Pokemon League champion. I don't like to admit it. Alright, let's get through these credits here. So you won. Congratulations. You're the new Pokemon League champion. As so mentioned, since you first left. Yeah, it feels like that in this game, especially all these fucking tough battles where you come of age. Dude, I'm disappointed in it. I came and I heard you beat the Elite Four. Got here, you had already lost. You understand why you lost? You're out to treat your Pokemon with trust and love. I don't think we'll never become a champ again. Right, I'm not gonna bother reading too much more of this. It was really good to read it and feels nice too. We've pretty much beat the game now. The only thing I want to do now is like the legendaries if I need to for extra stuff and maybe do the Mew glitch I'm going to try and pull off. Such a long journey too, all this. We got pretty far. Everything worked out too. I think the Hall of Fame was like something that got stopped after so long. I don't know if it's still in Gen 6 or 7. I don't know if it's in Gen 8 either, because I didn't got that far yet, but like, which I never really paid attention to see if it was there, but like, I don't like how you lost access to checking the Hall of Fame. Is like, that was always one of the more fun parts, to like, looking back to see your team and seeing team that got you through the Elite Four made it feel really special. Just mirror the music sounded a little messed up. Sounds like trying to play battle music while it's doing the Hall of Fame. Maybe that's intentional. I just forgot. It's a lot. Then I don't care. On the right track. Get a Flash HM if I aid. I thought I did, but okay. I'm just gonna let this play and gonna use this as an opportunity to take a BRB. I mean, it might be done by the time I get back. I won't put the BRB screen up, but I do need to go really quickly use the bathroom because I feel like I'm probably gonna see this done, and the fossil will probably be ready to check when I get back. So there's not really any point in worrying about it. I'll just let the credits play. You guys enjoy them. I'd watch if I didn't need to go use the restroom so badly. Be right back. I'm just mute my microphone really fast. And here we go. What do you know? The moment I actually bring up going AFK, it finishes fossil batch. Alright, let's just check on our fossils then, shall we? See about how it looks. See if we got anything. I'm getting the impression that it's going to be nothing though again. You never know. Maybe. They're always a surprise. It could happen, but it seems like it's going to take at least another 400 to 500. Nothing. Okay. We'll add our total here, and then we'll let the credits play. Let me see. I need to check this. I need to remember to do this though. 1572. Okay. There's our number. I probably need to save the game too. I'm at the point where I need to make sure that I don't potentially lose everything that I think it already does, but it's better safe than sorry here. I guess we'll just stop the stream right now then, because it kind of ended that quickly, and we got everything we needed done, so might as well just go ahead and end it instead of taking a BRB. Let me see. I think it's supposed to go back, because it lets you continue, instead of, like, waiting on it. Yeah, I thought so. I was gonna say, it wouldn't make sense, considering it unlocks Mewtwo. Alright, there we go. Just in case, I think it should be saved already, but just in case it doesn't somehow. Alright, that's our stopping point. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I really, really do appreciate it. It's fun hanging out. I will be back tomorrow to try again with my fossils, and hopefully, just hopefully, even if it doesn't, there's at least a chance maybe we'll get our shiny tomorrow. I mean, who really knows? We'll find out tomorrow, I guess. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me and watching, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.